lamb and your hard cheeses like a Gouda. So this is 1858. Next week we're going to look at a white blend. So cheers, everybody.
Beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dogs, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, move G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light. Yeah, right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top, bullshitting. All I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can. Our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody days a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, yeah.
Take it from me, I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I finally lived to be the guy that I was dying to be. Still I got some trust issues, people lie through their teeth. The more I grew, the more they hide in the crease. Squad building, weak members get released. If we trying to compete, starting pitchers need relief. Bro, we building a team, everybody got a niche. I've been known to play mine to a T, but it's time for me to lead. Picking dirt right out the cleats. Steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps. So I don't sleep too, and trying to breach safes that I didn't have the keys to. We all been.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Flipping Tables with your boy BMU and my brother from another mother, the velvet voice of YouTube himself. Lost in Translation is in the building with his boy tonight. I appreciate you for being here tonight, my guy.
How goes it, sir? How goes it?
You all right, man? So you doing all right today, my brother?
Oh, I'm well, man. I'm with Anissa tonight, man. I need a full-bodied summer red, if you know what
I know
saying.
that's right, man. Anissa, you know, she's the wine Pacific, what you call it, pacificator. Because I need what did she say? Ong bang wang wang. I don't know what she said. It sounded good though. She said that shit. It rolled right off the tongue. I can't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know what. I mean, I'm gonna get her to say it when she get up here. But man, thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. As you see content creators on the show tonight, make sure you go and support them as well. A rising tide raises all ships is what we believe here at the Black Men Unfiltered Network. And I definitely want to get you guys in on this conversation tonight. Put everything in the chat. We're definitely going to do that for you tonight. Have a great show tonight. I got you, Ricky. I see you, my brother. I see you. But we're going to have a great show. And before we get started, I'm lost in translation. Take us through the sanctuary. Who do we have in the sanctuary tonight, my brother?
In the midst, let's start from the top, man, and work our way down. First of all, we have the Queen. You know what I'm saying? Take heed to the message in the building. Yes,
yeah.
And of course, you know, we got our guest in here, James Shaw, in the building. Says hello, Queen. And we also have Melania in the building. Yes, indeed, we do. Always so lovely, man, every time we see you.
Always good to see you.
And of course, you know, we got Anissa in the building with the wine of the evening. You know what I'm saying? And we got my boy in the house, Revel Bell, in the building. And we also got Trey in the building as well. You know, we got Greens in the building. What up, Green Beans?
What's going on, my guy?
I'm saying? Trucker Yale in the building. What's up, Trucker Yale? Good
Truck
to see
up.
you, brother. Yes, sir. Of course, you know, we got our pain in the building.
Yeah.
We also got Ash online. Yes, indeed, from my side of the building. How you doing, Ash? I'm so glad you can make it this evening. You know what I'm saying? Then we also got Uncle Ricky in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Our Wallace in the building. We also got Lana S in the building. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got, man? We got, we can't forget Elevated Mind Healer in the building. Yes,
I know that's right. I felt something right there.
Yes, indeed. Who else we got? We also have Embrace the Grace in the building. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And who else we got? Let's see. We got Raj Will in the building.
What's going on, Raj?
Yes, sir. Who else we got? We got Boss Man CB in the building. Yes, sir. Who else
Boss
do we
Man,
have?
what's going on, my guy?
We also got Edward Gilbert in the building. We already said Raj Well, Trucker Yell. And we also have, last but not least, the Black Partner in the building. The Black
What's
Panther.
going on, Black Panther?
The Black Panther shall not be treated with.
Black Panther. All right, man. Well, listen, thank you guys for being here, man. I hope you guys go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button, support the channel. We appreciate everything that you do. We want to go ahead and get the show started, man, and bring these wonderful people up who will be joining us on tonight. The first person I want to bring up is our, come on now. If y'all don't know this woman, I don't know what to tell you. If you haven't subscribed to a channel, I don't know what to tell you. If you hadn't got a coffee cup, if you hadn't got a t-shirt, I got to get my cup because I feel some type of way.
Yeah.
That Lost got his first.
Yeah.
You better not pick it. You better not.
I had to do it, man. I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I need to get me. You know what? You bought one, I'm about two. I'm gonna up you one. Watch
really?
this. Watch tonight. I'm gonna have a t-shirt. Hey, amen, somebody. Praise the Lord, everybody. But yeah, I want to bring up the take heed to the doggone message.
Take a picture, write it down. I don't give a fuck. You hear me? Do what it do.
Take heed in the building, baby.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, Take Heed. You look so lovely as always, darling.
Hey, you know what, guys? While we have her on the panel, before we bring everybody else up, man, blessings to you. How I just love the way that you celebrated your husband on Father's Day. And you really, really, and I know he's watching because he always supports us and you. But man, King, you got a good one, brother. You got your good one. Also, congratulations to you and your husband on your daughter graduating as well. I saw that picture as well, man. Y'all doing the damn thing over there in the Heed household. So thank you so much for giving us your attendance tonight, your grace tonight, your smile, your just everything that you do for your platform, this platform, and every platform you touch. So we appreciate you so much for being here, and congratulations on celebrating that man on Father's Day and that baby girl graduating. We so happy for that baby.
That's what I'm
Thank
talking
you
about.
so much. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Hey, all right. Now, I want to bring up somebody else. Now, you just saw her, the wine of the evening, Anissa. Now, Anissa, I asked Anissa, I said, Anissa, I need a picture, baby, because I want to put you up on the screen. Boy, Anissa sent me a picture, baby, that she sent me her date night picture. Somebody talk to me. Here, let me show you. Anissa said, play with these lips because you get close to these hips. Ladies and gentlemen, Anissa's in the building tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Good evening, everybody. Hello.
Yeah. Welcome, darling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you already know who it is, who's coming up next. You saw her last night in mayhem form. So let's give it right now. Give it up for your girl.
I don't give a fuck.
Grace is in the building tonight. What's going on?
Hi, guys.
Good to see you, baby.
Hi.
Hey, Grace, how you doing, darling?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Now listen, when this boy talk right here, you want to get this.
Nigga, get the collection plate right on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side.
Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Rick is in the
Uncle
building tonight.
Ricky.
It's about to be a sermon.
Yes, sir.
It's about to be something going down in the building tonight. All right. Last but not least, before everybody else comes up, ladies and gentlemen, you know him. He's a man of many words, many talents. This man can give you the blueprints to a bridge, and he can also work a pole pause. Give it up for yours truly, the one and the very only.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you crazy?
Our Pain is in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah,
Good
man.
evening,
Good to
sir.
see you, brother. Good to see you, man. All right, man. Listen, I want to check on everybody, make sure everybody good. I see Embrace the Grace is supporting her, got her New York hat on tonight. You know what I'm saying?
They playing Baltimore and they 1.5 games behind us, so we got to win. I'm watching it. I'm here. You know?
Let's go. Let's go. My boy Rick in the building. Anissa, take heed. Our pain, lost in translation. I'm excited. I just can't hide. I'm honeymoon happy and peacock proud to say it loud that I'm appreciative that you guys are here. Now, I definitely want to start. I'm going to start with my boy Uncle Rick, man. Uncle Rick, how are you doing, man? How's the family, my brother? And how was your Father's Day, bro? Let's go.
Yeah, everything was everything. Shout out to the panel. How y'all doing? It was blessed. It was blessed, man. Another blessed day, a blessed weekend. My wife and the ladies in our family threw a picnic for all the dads. They cooked. They took care of everything. All we had to do was show up. Got some family pictures. It was good to catch up with everybody. It was a beautiful thing.
Absolutely, man. All right, Arpain, you're up next, brother. How was your Father's Day, man? I know you said you had a stripping event, but after that, how was your Father's Day, brother?
They both went well. You know, the strip, the wife was excited. She said, oh, man, I saw something I didn't see before for 37 years. And so she cooked me a nice meal. And then that was all she wrote after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, Arpain, one of the things I heard about you, Arpain, let me tell you.
Oh,
they
actually,
told
the
me,
daughters actually remembered me too, but you know.
Yeah.
All
One
that
of
was fun
the
to
things that I heard that you turned a cartwheel, slid on the table, rolled backwards, and landed on a bar stool. Now, I don't know how true that is. But they said that's your last trick. They get you all your money. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I was trying to test the theory of gravity and everything else.
I know that's right.
It did work out that way. It did work out that way.
So that centripetal force won't let you be great, huh?
Don't let it be great. Embrace the grace. Miss Mayhem herself is in the building tonight. Miss Mayhem, how are you tonight? I'm
good. It was a long day, you know. I got dragged today at the Sharon show, but that's to be expected. I love it. I'm to the point now where I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be kicking up dust everywhere I go now. So I'm good. I know good.
That's right. All right, Embrace the Grace. Thank you for being here tonight. Anissa, I know Bartholomew just left the house.
Oh, God.
How are you doing today, Sugarfoot?
I'm doing great. I'm doing well. No complaints. Ready for tonight.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I was going to tell you in private, but public is better. Let me tell you what happened.
Wait. I don't know. Wait. What you going to say? What you getting ready to say?
You never know what I'm going to say.
No.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe, Anissa.
I don't trust them at all.
I have some very unorthodox family members. And I remember a time last year, I had to check one of my uncles because he fell in love with Take Eve, right? I told him she's a married woman. He said, boy, she ever feel in doubt, tell her I'm coming out. I said, no, you're not. Because that's a married woman. She got a king over there. He said, Lord have mercy, that's a woman right there. I said, no, it is, find your own. Listen. So yesterday, my uncle came over here, not the one, but the other one came over just to visit. And I was watching and clipping some stuff. And he saw you. He said, boy, who is that right there? I said, that's Anissa. I said, she don't like them old yards.
True. You ain't lying.
He said, boy, listen, man, what's her information? He said, I said, boy, girl, way in Florida. He said, boy, I go down there and swim past the alligators to get to that ass.
Wait a minute. Past the alligators and the crocodiles.
I said, I look about it and see what she say. I think she got somebody right now. His name Bartholomew, but I'll tell her.
Bartholomew.
I just wanted to bring it up and just he crushing on you a little bit. So I just want to let you know that.
I'm flattered. Thank you.
I know. Ooh, he said, look at that guy. I say, boy, damn. I said, go home and watch it on YouTube. I need the views, so watch it, but just don't get no residue on your tablet. Take heed to the doggone messages in the building tonight. Take heed.
And yes, baby, I got a nice hit, honey. That's called growing up in the projects, 2-piece is flawless, honey. 2-piece is flawless. I still got it. I don't.
JP, how are you today, lovely lady? How are you?
I'm doing okay. We this week has been really amazing for our family. My eldest daughter has graduated from high school, and she's heading into college. Actually, by the end of this month. So we'll be packing her up. She's going in early. So it's a blessing, and she's going into law. And we so proud oh my God, we so proud of her. And she understands the assignment. She won't just be going to school to go to school. She understands that she has to multitask. Now we're looking for marriage. We're looking for grandchildren as well. So we don't want her to wait till she's 40-something talking about she want to have children. So she understands the assignment. We have already talked to her. And we celebrated our king of the house. We had a big cookout, and he got to rub down everything he wanted to get. And so he just enjoyed himself, and he said, I just want to be around my family. So that's what we did. So we just enjoyed him, gave him gifts and everything. And he loved everything. So that was our week. That's all. We thank God.
Well, King, I know your wife ain't telling us everything. I know she gave you the Chandelierian tour. So we just want to make sure that you are good. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the B Club is in the house tonight. Why don't you introduce yourself, Mr. B?
Well, good evening, everyone. It's good to be here tonight, and salute to the bold and the beautiful, the beneficent, benevolent ball brotherhood of the BMU network. It's good to be here with the follically free. It's good to be here with you guys tonight. Panel looking good tonight, and just glad to be with my people tonight. Let's go.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for being here, my brother. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ring your ear tonight with a few things, and I want to get your perspectives as we move swiftly and parenthetically through these videos tonight. I want to play the first one because I want to get what you got. I just want to see what you guys think, especially after being Father's Day and knowing that Father's Day took a dip this year and money spent. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. That's another day. It's another day. It's barbershop talk. But let's play this video. Here we go.
That's a bunch of. If you as a woman do not know how to manage your emotional responses to you not getting your needs met, you are emotionally abusive. If you utilize the knowledge that men respond to women's fawning emotions in order to get what you want from men, you are emotionally manipulative. If a man comes to you and attempts to express to you how it is that he feels outside of when you all having a conflict, because a lot of women, they get real holed up about that. Okay. If a man comes to you and expresses to you something that's bothering him, and it already took him a whole bunch of time to do that, and you lose your or you do emotional gymnastics in order to get back to how it is that you feel about this man bringing something to you, that's emotional manipulation. I don't want to hear nothing about it. You can cut it, slice it however it is you want to dice it. Baby, you're being emotionally manipulative. And you're being emotionally manipulative because society has socialized you to do that in order to extract the non-emotion from men. That's the reason why Bell Hooks said there are a number of women who don't actually want to be in the same equal space with men. There are just a number of women who are upset that they could not love, sex, cajole, or convince men to love them.
Uncle Rick, talk to me.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I mean, I'm just the person of the honest belief that if a woman hurt enough, if she's been pushed enough in her mind, right, that most conversations are going to go that way, right? The manipulation is built into them. I just think it's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I speak on the nature of, again, all the guys, they be like, blah, 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 this, that. Again, if you say you understand the nature of women, you know this part of what comes with them, right? It's your job to be, y'all know what I say, the more emotional she get, the colder I get. The more emotional my wife get, the colder I get, right? somebody got to take a stand. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to take a stand. So I just think it's par for the course. And I think most girls from the time they start socializing, they learn those skills forthwith, and it's just something that women do. So again, it's my job to make sure I thwart it when I see it coming.
All right, man. We'll go up into Embrace the Grace. What are your thoughts about what the young man said in the video?
You're on mute.
No, you're muted. Mute Monster got you.
He's absolutely right. We have to learn to communicate, but not only communicate, but communicate effectively. And if a man is trying to express something to you and tell you things, and you're not willing to make the adjustments, and your response to the adjustments is to whine and act silly, then your emotional intelligence is very low, and he needs to walk away. He needs to walk away, because it's not going to get better unless you get therapy, because you're going to learn coping skills once you do get the healing and the growth that you need.
Thank you for that. Arpain, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was writing a couple of things down. One, women are, if you find a man who's on the square, women are absolutely intimidated by men who know what they want. The most of the modern, I'm gonna say most, I get this from him. Don't say some. There's a great deal of black women, I'm saying being specific, who are absolutely intimidated by men who know what they want. Yeah, and I'm gonna prove it next Monday. But it's just true. And so, even like I said, if I go anecdotal with my wife, and she's a beauty queen for me, when I tell her something to correct her, like most women, they'll gaslight you and say all the things you might not have done. And so you got to pull them back and say, listen, we ain't talking about that. We're talking about this right now. So that's why I tell guys, when I hear these men talking about you got to be emotionally this with your women, that's just bullshit. You cannot sit down here and try to be on an emotional level with your woman. One, she may lose respect, but she's definitely going to feel less safe, because if she needs to comfort your ass when the shit hits the fans, then she's going to be worried that she's going to have to comfort you while you need to comfort her. So I'm very judicious in when I tell my wife, if I don't need her to help fix some shit, she don't even know what's going on. So like I said, most men, when we start to get on our square, black women for sure, they're very, very intimidated by black men who know what they want. I mean, even that chick, Ebony K. Williams, said it, that, if she wanted a man at her level or above, they don't want that their wee goes down. No, it doesn't. You just can't deal with a man like that, because he's going to tell you to shut the hell up. And you don't know what it takes to say, he's going to say shut, and he's not going to use the word hell either. And she's going to be broken by that kind of man, because she's not used to taking any kind of direction from anybody. So, I mean, I'm gonna land it there. So, listen, women are really intimidated by us, and men need to understand that once you back away, back down, you're actually giving away your power. And if you lose a woman, so be it. Find somebody else. That's what you need to do.
Now, moving on to Anissa. Anissa said, I think a couple of shows back, when Embrace the Grace said, tell him to shut the fuck up. Anissa said, ain't no man telling me to shut up. Anissa, what are your thoughts about what the young man said?
Well, I thought he had some valid points. Most women don't listen, and we don't listen well. We listen to respond. But to really listen and to really take in what someone is saying and expressing, especially if it's about you and problems they might have with you in the relationship, it's difficult for most people, but it's probably especially difficult for women. So definitely, I think that's an area we need to grow in if we want to have better relationships, better communication with our men. So I would agree with the point. And, we're manipulative. We are manipulative in a number of ways. As just being honest, we are that way. And we will try to probably manipulate a situation away from ourselves and put it back on him, instead of just sitting in whatever that is that man has come to you with, and addressing it that way. So I thought he was telling the truth.
You know, what was the name of that wine that you're drinking tonight?
Yeah. Take another sip.
1858 red blend.
Listen to me. Every Tuesday, I want you to drink a little bit of that because you're preaching tonight. You out of your zone tonight.
I surprise you sometimes, right?
I know that's right. Lord have mercy. Mr. Bennett, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with much of what he said. As far as when he says manipulative, I think that implies intent. And I think sometimes it is intentional. Sometimes I just think it's natural. That I think women who do not have, I guess, the emotional stability to look at a situation rationally, to listen, to be in their feelings in terms of a certain instance, I think that's just a natural thing to do. But when he says it's emotional manipulation, that is an intent that Anissa said to control a situation, which again, they're certainly capable of that, but it's not always that. I don't believe so. I just think it's just a natural inclination that, again, certainly, and I think that's the balance, I think, between men and women, that I think men need to be certainly more emotionally stable. I think we need to be the thermostats and not the thermometers, and to act rather than react. But that just goes with the territory. So as long as a man knows what to expect, especially from his particular woman. Now, I know my wife, she's a bit less emotional when dealing with things. It's funny, we had one of my daughters, she's my middle daughter, she's very kind of emotional, and you have to love her in certain ways. And my wife and I were kind of of the same mind. We're both very logical, very practical, what have you. So, it'd be, we told her look, you just lost out. It'd be great if I was the stern, logical one, and your mother was the emotional one, but you struck out. You didn't get either one of those. So when we tell her the truth on certain things, she's like, I'm missing something here. I need that love and emotional support or whatever. We just tell you the real in terms of how life is. And, so you may need to get that somewhere else, but sorry that sort of emotional support that you were looking for didn't necessarily visit this house. But we just try to be as truthful as we can with her and just try to prepare for the life that's ahead. And, so sometimes she doesn't like us very much. But, a lot of times we have to level set her a lot because she can, her emotions can certainly spiral out of control, and it certainly affects her decision making. And so, we need to always level set that because we know that's what's good for her.
All right. Last but not least, Lost in Translation. What are your thoughts?
No, we skipped Take Heed, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to have her last. That you said that because I know Take Heed. I wanted her to go very, very last. However, Take Heed. What are your thoughts?
I like what Mr. Bennett said. He's so kind. Mr. Bennett is so kind. I love that. But
Jersey. The Celtics just won, so he kind of calm. He kind of, he low like tonight.
He's so kind. Oh God, he's so kind. But I'm gonna share something with you that I have experienced in my own life and women that I have been around with. And like you said, it's not all women that have this intent, but it's a majority of us. When we know we have done some nonsense, we will use manipulation, and it will work in our favor every time. When I first got married to my king, I used to do the waterworks, everything. Okay, the waterworks and everything. And then my husband was like, every time I come to correct her, is always a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just telling her something. And I would go in crying and everything like that. Until one day my king just walked in and was like, wipe your face. Go wipe your face. Because we going to talk about that money you took from the bank account. we going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying to you, we do that crying because we know we wrong. We do that crying because we know we wrong. When a woman even decides to cheat and she get caught cheating, immediately she crying. You know why she crying? It's because she got caught.
She got caught.
It's not because she feel that she did something wrong. Anytime we do something, it's because we got caught. We didn't want you to catch us. And then this is the thing too. When we do get in a heated conversation with our husbands, we immediately we can't sit there and assess what he's saying. We got to respond. You know what I'm saying? I'm just listening to respond to that ass. Because last week he had said something, he had did something, and I'm ready to respond to it now. Mind you, last week you could have said something. But now since he's getting on you about something, you willing to bring up last week. And this is what I used to go through with my king when we first married. But now I just sit there because I know, wait a minute, we not going to bring up last week. Girl, just sit in your mess. And I just sit there and listen. And I have to have I have to have enough sense to say, you fucked up this time. You messed up. Sit in your mess. And then after all that, apologize. Learn how to say you sorry. And this is the thing that us women, a lot of us, were not raised with. We were raised, we sugar and spice and everything nice, and no matter what we do, we right. And a lot of women have been brought up like that, from Christian to Muslim. They all been brought up like that because we think this makes sense. We can't do no wrong. And it's until your husband put his foot down and say, wait a minute, it ain't gonna go like that. It ain't gonna go like that. And some women can't even understand that if a man corrects you, that means he wants to keep you. It's when he doesn't correct you at all and let you do whatever you want to do that now you got to know he don't want you. And I'm done. I'm finished.
My brother lost in translation.
You know what? I hear a lot of people coming up with words like emotional intelligence and stuff like that. I'm going to tell the real reason why we have a problem. We have a problem because we're not emotionally confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you exactly what that is. The reason why people use manipulation is because they're not confident in themselves to express themselves to the person. And they don't trust that the other person is going to hear them out. So what they do is they rely on manipulation to try to get their way. You know, I'll tell them in a minute, look, don't manipulate me and I won't gaslight you. You know what I'm saying? I had to have a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. She did something to upset me. And, you know, she was like, well, did that bother you? And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm not even going to gaslight you today. I'm going to tell you straight up. Yeah, that bothered me. And here's why. You know what I'm saying? So I think she gained a little bit more respect for me because I was able to tell her, yes, that did bother me. And here's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? So now she knows that she can come to me, you know, straight face and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get the truth from him, because I was confident in myself enough to say, hey, look, you know, I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I trusted the fact that she was able to accept it because I gave it to her in such a way that I discussed the behavior and the correction at the same time to let her know, it's hey, look, going forward, you know, this is how we need to talk to each other. This is how we need to deal with each other. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people are emotionally confident in their relationships because they rely on manipulation. You know what I'm saying? And then people like to say, well, you're not emotionally intelligent enough. Well, who passed out all the emotional intelligence diplomas? Did they just give them all to the women? Or we just use that as a manipulation tactic to get men to do what we want them to do? You see what I'm saying? Because the minute you run across somebody like me who knows what you're doing and it doesn't work and they're really emotional intelligent, then what are you going to fall back on then? See, there was a time and place where women used this thing called feminine wiles, you know what I'm saying, to get what they wanted. And you know what? The men were cool with that because there was an even exchange. You see what I'm saying? But now today, there is no exchange. It's basically robbery. I'm going to cry and act a fool and lay out in the middle of the floor and let the tears flow, and I'm going to get what I want. And at the same time, the guy's like, what am I getting out of this? I just felt like I was robbed. Yes, you were, sir. You were robbed out of your autonomy in this portion of the relationship. You see what I'm saying? So that's the main reason why I tell people to make sure that you educate yourselves. Even the Bible tells you you're supposed to deal with your wife with wisdom. And that means you're going to have to educate yourself, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? And educate your wife and let her know, hey, look, this is how we are to act. And going forward, we don't want to play these games because people like to send their representative. You know what I'm saying? The victim. I'm gonna send in the victim to deal with his heart because I know he has a tender heart for me. So I'm gonna send this crying victim in there so I can get what I want. you know? So that's the reason why, as a husband, you have to send the wise man in and talk to the victim and ask him, why are you the victim today? You know, and talk to him with some courage. That's all we really need, man. Emotional, confidence. And it takes courage. And that's the only way you're going to handle that, because this manipulation stuff, after a while, it only works so much. It may work on younger people in younger age, but old people don't put up with that. So that's the reason why I tell younger people, make sure you deal with people squarely and honestly, and don't do all that foolishness. That's all I got to say, black man. It's up to you, dude.
All right, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all perspective on that. I agree with him as well. I think that pretty much ditto to everything that everybody said on the panel. I think that he was no excuse. I don't want to hear no excuses. I want to hear that I don't know no better. And I agree with him completely. Men don't get the opportunity to make mistakes and live through them, whether emotionally, physically, divorce, whatever the situation is. But women get all the empathy, and I think that we need to start saying, "Nah, we ain't gonna give you no empathy either." But anyway, we got some cash outs, man. Lost in translation. Who we got giving up to the place tonight? Who giving that sanctuary money up tonight? You muted, boy. I got you. The mute must have got you.
Oh yeah, I be quiet over here, man. I try not to walk over folks. Listen, we got a $10 super chat from Ty Shadow 1, $9.99. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Appreciate you, sir." And that's it. I think that's it. Unless we missed some. Oh, yes, we did. I just scrolled. We missed some. Quite a few. We just didn't tag them. Here we go. Ty Shadow had another one. Appreciate it, sir. Big Ant, he said, "Respect to the panel, Ricky. Get the KO in the 8th like Tank." Then we also got another one. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, we got Trucker Yell in the building. He said, "Hey, panel, who made this dope song? Also, thank you for the wine advice. Very useful. Also, I love this setup too, yo. Appreciate it, Trucker Yell."
Appreciate it, Trucker.
I think that's it for now. Yeah, I just checked them. That's it for now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, on to our second one. We're gonna ruffle the fellas a little bit with this one. I think it's 3. Yeah, that's the FT3. There it is.
Babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later,
If you didn't hear what she said, her husband came in and said he lost his job. And she's talking to this therapist lady, bitch. We want to talk about her too. Here we go.
Came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, the bills, it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just in a month, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money and his money is our money. Why should I spend my money paying the bills? No, he should have paid me back. So that's when I decided, I can't be with this man no more. So I had texted his homeboy, we all cool. I texted his homeboy or whatever. We went together. I met up with him. And we was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. I started getting emotional. One thing led to the next. I did not purposely mean to do what I did with his friend. But things happen. Y'all understand what I'm going through. So, his friend ended up giving me some money or whatever. And he was like, babe, look, don't worry about it. Handle whatever you got to handle. His friend was every single thing I desire in a man. Everything I desire in a man. And, ain't nobody trying to hear my side. Ain't nobody trying to hear. So
Did I hear that correctly?
Do we have to really talk about this one? I mean,
did I hear that correctly?
I got to get it in. I got to get it in, guys. This is, and excuse my language, but she's a fucking bitch. Okay, so in other words, you're only as good as you can pay the bills every month. and this is crazy. Men are only good as they can pay the bills. Now all of a sudden she don't know she could be married to him. Now all of a sudden his homeboy is everything that she wanted in a man. And then to say that my money is mine and your money is ours. See, these are the flags that men need to pick up early on. That is a selfish, self-entitled, self-absorbed woman. And she's not thinking about the unity and the sanctity of marriage. It's all about me. And I hope that this man had enough balls to walk away.
She divorced him.
Oh, I got something for y'all on Monday about Kenya doing now about divorces. So I got something for y'all. But I'm sorry. I'm going to end it like this and I'm going to say it again. She's a fucking bitch. I digress. My mic is muted.
Uncle Rick.
You was a bitch before you married her.
You hear what I say?
Just a minute.
Rick, you always gotta just put the cherry on the sundae, bro. Okay.
No. This what I'm saying, sis. Look, I'm sick of men acting like they don't see this shit.
Man,
what were we talking about? Victims? He ain't no victim. He chose her. He married her. This way, y'all don't have to listen to me. I keep trying to tell y'all, men are responsible for the relationship. If I don't come talk to you, none of this happens. If I don't ask you to be my girl, he is not in this position. He the one who fucking up. Didn't she say I told him at the beginning, your money is my money and my money is my money?
Mm-hmm.
But you still with her. They love these hoes. What's Snoop? We don't love them. They liars. They love hoes. They love them. They love him. He shouldn't marry her in the first fucking place. That's the type of chick that's telling you, "Ooh, come on, nut in me, daddy. I got. You ain't gotta worry." That's them. This is all his fault. Don't be mad at a snake for being a snake. It's a goddamn snake. Why are you letting a snake in your house? The backlash of it is what y'all continue to do is give women the validation by doing this shit. When y'all keep saying that, oh, a woman need to be this and that and this to get a husband, and she got to be a Psalms 22. What? No, she don't. They keep marrying them hoes. Hoes be winning too. That's all I got. Leave them hoes alone. You won't have these problems.
Oh, Anissa. You are the president of these of the succubus that's going on in here. But Anissa, no, what do you think about this just wonderful wife?
Well, I was gonna say she's just the definition of trifling, and she's not a wife. But I totally agree with everything that Ricky said. She said it up front, and he went into it, anyway, knowing the situation. So why would she have his back? Why would she say, baby, it's no problem. I got it. I got us. Don't worry about it. We're good. She's never going to say that because up front she told him, my money is my money. This is your responsibility. So if you lose your job, you fall on hard times, whatever the case may be, that's a you problem. That is not my problem. So, wow. I mean, she just put it all out on Front Street, just very bold with it. But definitely, that's a trifling woman, and you need to stay away from.
Absolutely.
Not ready to be a wife. Shouldn't be a wife.
Absolutely.
These hoes ain't loyal. You got.
Arpain, what are your thoughts?
Well, Ricky stole all the thunder because I have no blame for the lady whatsoever. Because I always talk about men, they're the gatekeepers to marriage. I don't even say relationships because regular relationships are all bullshit to me. But marriage, When you let a vampire into your house, right? That's if you ever. I'm a fan of vampire movies. You gotta let them in, and they don't kill you right away. They like to play with their food. Right? So you know what I'm saying? So when it was time for her to collect, she just sucked the blood. Now she's gone. But it's all his fault. I don't care. She's a ratchet woman. She was ratchet before he asked her to marry her. And listen, guys out there, listen to me. If you're getting the juice and you're getting the pussy already, excuse my language, don't marry him. Just keep doing that. I mean, if they're just like trifling, why you got to try to make it legit? It's just the stupidest shit in the world. One of the things that Prince and Cure said, and I thought this was really good. When we talk about women throw away all their standards for the guy they like, how beautiful, the handsome dude and all this, they just throw that shit out the window. Joy Taylor said that in one of her podcasts. She said, well, men do the same thing. We talk all of this bullshit about what we want, but as soon as the big ass and tits come around, we throw out any standards that we have. And we marry these chicks under the oppressive regime that we are under in terms of marriage. I mean, did you get the memo? Once you say I do, once one of these chicks get let in, almost nothing is yours anymore, right? So I mean, guy got what he deserves. I don't feel sorry for him at all. I'll just stand it there. I'm glad. Smack his ass down, and we need more women like that to say, hey, look, men ain't shit, and once they ain't no good, I'm a hoe. And I told him I was a hoe, and he still married me anyway.
My. Reminds me of Hosea, Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett, what are your thoughts?
Again, stupid men. Stupid. The guy was stupid, but unfortunately, women like that, they're always going to have enablers. The friend that she got with, not only did he get it, but you giving her money. Yeah. So you are profiting, you are fronting her I don't even want to use the language, but
behavior. Let's say behavior.
Her behavior.
Yes.
You're fronting it, you're funding it. So again, this is just idiotic men thinking with their Johnsons, and these women just being enabled. The counselor wasn't going to say anything to her. So it's just another case of just idiotic men. So I'm sorry, men, we take the L on this one. It's just inexcusable. But having said that, I don't care how virtuous you are. I would say in the very few, take heed. I'll take your language. The majority, every woman has a clock, has a time limit. So it was a month. So I'm sure if the guy got laid off or whatever, or let go, he might have got a severance. He might have got something. Maybe he started to run out. You get unemployment, or you're in the process. Maybe you go to school. Maybe you try to get another skill. I know I've been this past year. I was out of work, for I think about 3 months, and but I got a decent package and everything. I was able to put some things together. And my wife, never a day went by where she was like, so, how's it going? She barely said a word to me. She just knew I was just grinding. But even with my wife, there's a clock. So, okay, 3 months. Okay. 6 months, a year. What we doing, babe? What's going on? So everyone, the majority of women are going to have that clock to say, okay, what's up? And again, and a lot of times they don't understand, especially if you're talking about, if you're a high earner, sometimes you don't necessarily get that job like right away. Especially, you can go out and get something. You can get a part-time, but if you're a professional, you're used to being at a certain level, it gets very competitive in that job market. And a lot of times you're putting out, hundreds of resumes or hundreds of interviews, and now they got multiple stages. I've seen guys get to 5-6 interviews and failed the last interview, went through all those rounds and not to get it. So for a lot of people, in fact, folks, I'm just now on my LinkedIn, people who I work with, they just now getting jobs, and this was like over 6 months ago. So it's not easy, especially when you are playing in that limited, that smaller pool. So the question is, ladies, we can clown her for getting on her man after a month, but what's your time limit? What is it before you start asking questions of your man? Now, look, if the guy's just playing Xbox or whatever all day or whatever, hey, that's certainly something different. But if you see your guy constantly on the phone with folks, constantly going on interviews, constantly doing virtual, in person, or whatever, if you see him, or like I said, he needs to get a skill, maybe his skills aren't up to date, he needs to take some coursework and get some certifications or whatnot and get himself, prepared for the next level, or he goes in another direction entirely. If you know that's going on, and then you're going to start clowning him over, hey, when these bills are piling up. I don't even want to address the issue where she talked about her money and all that. Again, that's just disgraceful. If a woman is still thinking about that, but again, I talked about that I think last week. It's like in the last 50 years, it's almost like women are just not used to being at this level. It's like the kid at Christmas when he gets the new toy, and he just takes the toy and just runs with it. Mine, 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 mine. And the parents be like, okay, now make sure you share. Okay, but they have no intention of sharing. And I think with a lot of women, last 50 years, yes, I'm glad I got 3 daughters. I'm glad you're making money. I'm glad you're professional. I'm glad you're doing all that kind of stuff. But the concept of supporting a household, the concept of one pot has still not filtered in. Men, we've been used to this for thousands of years. We've been doing this. But for women, it's still that mindset, okay, it's still mine. The thought of a woman paying alimony, the thought of a woman paying child support, it's still a foreign concept. So this is like an acute case here that I think is very easy to identify. But I think most women, I would say even 90% of women, you guys everyone has an individual clock. We just haven't gone to your clock, your time limit yet. But when that clock is about to run out, when it gets red, 5 seconds left, y'all going to start clapping too. Are you going to be in it for the long haul? For richer, for poorer, not with it's 6 months. For richer, for poorer, for better, for worse. Are you willing to be in for the long haul for the sake of for your marriage? And if you're not, don't be so up to jump on your soapbox and say, oh, well, she's, and I'm not calling anybody on the panel. I'm just saying, everybody has that as well. So before you start throwing stones, check and see what your limitations are, because I think most of you guys have it.
So, Mr. Bennett, let me just ask one thing there. I like the message to the women, but the message to the men is to realize that no matter how great your woman is, she got a clock. I love my wife dearly, but I made it my duty to make sure she never had to start that timer. That shit was always in my mind. She never had that challenge because I never let it get there. That was, of course, that's divine blessing, of course. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't an accident that I worked for the Department of Defense, because all we do here is like blow people up, shit. So we were always going to get money there. Democrat, Republican, the Department of Defense was always going to have money. So that's where I wanted to work. So I probably would always have a job there, especially as an engineer. So I wouldn't have to worry about bouncing around. So, but yeah, I never wanted my wife to have to think about where the money was going to come from. So you're right on both ends, Mr. Bennett. Every woman has a clock, but you got to make sure you don't turn that shit on.
Now I got a comment that I want to read, but I want to take heed to go first, and then we'll read that comment. Go ahead, take heed.
I gotta ask y'all: is it a delay when I talk?
No.
Am I freezing up?
No, you on time.
No, you good.
So, one thing that I have learned in being married close to 17 years, one thing I've learned is that you're going to go through financial hardship. You're going to go through, I don't care how well you live, you're going to go through some shit. And you have to learn how to say we're going to make it through. Okay? But the only problem is that this woman right here told you she was a hoe. Okay? She told you she was a hoe. This is what I require. See, a hoe will tell you what they require and what they're going to do and what they ain't going to do.
Before they even get in the car. Before they even get in the car.
Yes, baby, 20 in the front, 40 in the back. Shout out to Lost in Translation. Okay? She gonna tell you
I'm gonna
from
write.
the beginning what it is. But I'm gonna share something with you. I'm not mad at her because I'm looking at him. She told you what it is. Okay? You can't tell. Listen, you walk up to this woman that she's selling that pussy, and you walk up to her and say, listen, I want to wife you, but she telling you I'm out here selling this pussy. Now, do you want 20 in the front, 40 in the back? And he tell you, yeah, but I want to wife you. That does not make sense. She has already, she's on demon time, but yet you still married her. So it's his fault. Now, her sleeping with the friend too. The friend was just being, listen, you threw that pussy at the friend and he took it. That's what it is. I have no problem with anybody doing what you think is right. You got to live with those consequences. Okay, you got to live with those consequences. But he decided to try to make a hoe into a housewife. And that be the problem right there. That be the problem right there. And I think a lot of couples need to understand that. And let me go back to what I was first saying. A lot of couples have to understand that you will go through hardship in marriage. Somebody will lose their job. Either it be her or him. You will go through this. And I'm going to share something with you, baby. Sometimes it's longer than a month or two. And sometimes you don't always have money saved away. You don't always have money saved away. I just want to let you know that. Because even when both is bringing it in, they only have a small savings or they got to dip into their 401k. Either or. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that's married is not baking in money like people think they are. So with that being said, she said, you had a month. She gave him a month. And she said, these bills is due. And he said, baby, you know I ain't got no job. And she said, that ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business. First of all, she was not wife material in the first place, baby. You messed up on that. Because if somebody tell you, they walk up to you and tell you I'm a straight up demon, but look at my body, I look good. Yet you still go fuck the demon. That's your problem right there. That's your issue. But we don't wanna tell it. We wanna sit up here and act like it's all good. I'm not mad with her. I'm not. She told him who she is. I tell you who I am when we first got together. Your money is our money, and my money is my money. Any woman who talk like that, baby, leave her where she at. Leave her where she at. Any woman who talk like that, leave her where she at. You will not grow. You will not grow. If you have a woman that she take her money and it's always just hers, you will never grow. You will fail every time. That one pot system is the key. Everybody always miss that part. And I'm done. I'm finished.
All right. Lost in translation. Before you go, I want to pour this into your spirit, brother. Brother Trey is in the chat. He says this. He says, if she got a clock, why get married? Then Trey went on to say she cheated, got money from the homie, divorced him, got the kids and future spousal and child support. Why are we pushing marriage again? Then he went on further to say, the man lost his job, lost his friend, lost wife, lost his kids and his future earnings. Why are we pushing marriage again? Go ahead, Lost in Translation. Talk to him.
You know what, Trey? I think Trey been listening to country music because that's all country music is right there.
Yep.
When you lose your job, lose your friend, lose your wife, lose your dog. You know what I'm saying?
In Burberry, Mississippi.
You know what? Judging from what Trey said, I would have to agree. There's no need for that. However, if you use what the Bible says to measure your wife, then that's gonna be something totally different. Just think about it, man. In the Bible, they talk about the men with the 3 talents. You know, what did you do with your talent? You know what I'm saying? The other 2 guys, they multiplied theirs. And the other one stuck his in the ground. He said, oh, you foolish servant. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do anything with it. So basically, if you already know, if that's somebody who likes to take their stuff and bury it and don't multiply it. That's the whole purpose of having a wife, to have her to multiply. You see what I'm saying? You should be having these conversations with her about everything, all the money on the table, where it's going, how it's being invested. Have a plan to say, in case this happens, we do this. That plays in the security. But however, you got to make sure you got a teammate first. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me ask you a question, black man. I think a lot of times when we have these conversations, the sting is taken out of it because it's a woman. And I think sometimes we have a proclivity to coddle women. Now, what if this was a man? What would be the equivalent of a man doing something like this? You know what I'm saying? He goes to therapy and he was like, you know what? She knew I wasn't no good. You know what I'm saying? I told her the minute that she stopped having babies or after she have a baby and I can't get it when I want to get it, you know, her big booty friend Keisha, the one that's light skinned with the freckles, she gonna be over here to handle your business. You see what I'm saying? The audacity. You know what I mean? I think the whole world would flip upside down if a man said some foolishness like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just because the roller coaster's down, you know, don't mean the theme park shut down. You see what I'm saying? That type of thing. And tell her, look, the minute you talk back, Keisha gonna be here. The minute my dinner ain't on the table, Keisha gonna be here. The minute my clothes ain't ironed and washed, Keisha gonna be here. The minute you ain't ran my bath water and rubbed my back, Keisha gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. I think women would be in an uproar if a man said some foolishness like that. But since it's a woman, and since they can get something out of it and they can relate to it, some kind of way, they live vicariously through women when they do stuff like this because it sounds good. Somewhere down the line, they heard a simp that says, your money is my money and my money is my money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Doc, you preaching
that ain't what the Bible say. The Bible say when you get married, you become one. You know what I'm saying? One mind. As your boy said out there in North Carolina A&T, one band, one sound. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this, gentlemen, yes, it's your fault, but I also blame the doggone village for setting that up. You know what I'm saying? The therapist didn't even correct her. That's your whole job. Your job is to correct what she paid you to correct. And you sit there and you let her stew. All you did was you robbed her. You just took her money. You ain't no better than she is. Matter of fact, I think you probably took her money that she took from him, you know what I'm saying, and paid for her therapy. You see what I'm saying? It's just a whole bad business deal, man, altogether. And this is the reason why people like Trey say, what's the point of being married? You see what I'm saying? But see, I know for a fact when I look at people like Take Heed, when I look at people like R. Payne, when I look at people like Mr. Bennett and Ricky, I know for a fact that marriage is the way to go by the way they talk about their spouses. You see what I'm saying? That's where you want to get to. And my thing is this, as men, you're going to have to educate yourselves and say, hey, look, I don't need to deal with that. Even Proverbs 31 tells you don't sleep with women who bring ruin to kings. Educate yourself. Sharpen your mindset. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to fall for that. I can tell you right now, he probably picked her off his ego. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to look so good with this chick on my arm. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? She's going to be the best woman for me and I'm going to be the best man for her. You see what I'm saying? Instead of picking it that way, he let his ego ruin his life. He looked over a whole bunch of red flags because he wanted to be the man. This woman is definitely not a prize. And I'm not surprised at this particular situation. But like I said earlier, we have enough married people on this panel for me to know that marriage is worth it with the right particular person. I just don't think she's the right one.
All right. Thank you for that, Ty. Shout out 1499 Super Chat said 20 in the front, 40 in the back, digging the scenes with the gangster lean. Ooh, ooh. Thank you for the 499 Super Chat, my brother. I appreciate it. Man, thank you guys for those perspectives because a lot of young men are looking at marriage and saying, hell no. You know, she can go do what she want to do to me and then take everything from me. Oh no. I was watching Steven Jackson. If you guys don't know who that is, he's a NBA player. On his wedding day, he asked his fiance for the longest to sign the prenup. And on his wedding day, she refused to sign it. He left her ass right there at the altar.
On the spot.
But then he got back with her and had another baby with her.
Damn, Mr. Ben.
Stupid. Like I said, stupid men. Stupid men. He had another baby with her, so he's on the hook for some more money. Stupid.
Damn, Mr. Bennington killed it, man.
And still not married? They still didn't get married?
No.
Wait a minute, Mr. Bennett, though, but she foolish at the same time too, because he said he smashed two of her friends that night.
Dang.
So again, like look, man, hold up, man. Do y'all not understand what y'all be saying?
Oh my God.
Right? We need to get to some new conversations because this shit is getting really redundant. Right? So the video, right? She was a trick. She was a hoe. The reason why his friend got some pussy because he laid some money on her. Facts. Right? So she was simply being what she was. You talk about stacks, right? The reason why you went through that is because you put yourself in it. People be putting themselves in these situations and want to keep blaming other people for simply being them. That's that person. I get tired of this. People can keep a front on or put a masquerade for. No, they can't. Every human is a creature of habit. And if you're listening and paying attention, they're going to show you exactly who they are. But you be too busy trying to convince them that you somebody you not.
Did you hear what I said?
Exactly.
Right? Instead of just being you, right? And taking the information in. This is how y'all end up in relationships with people y'all hate. This how y'all end up in marriages. So you got Trey and the other people out here looking like, why get married? Learn it. Y'all can't choose good people because y'all not good people. It's just that simple. Y'all say it all the time. Birds of a feather flock together, except when it's you, right?
I always say shit attracts shit.
Or flies one.
Did you hear what I said?
That's why when these women get up here and say, my baby daddy ain't shit, that's what they say. They quick to say that. And I always respond, if he ain't shit, you ain't shit either. That's a problem there. And we don't want to address that. If you keep picking the wrong type of men that you don't want, that means there's something going on inside of you that needs to change, my sister. Shout out to Mr. Bennett because he said this. If you want to seek, you want to get ready for marriage, right? You need to learn how to clean out everything that is not right within you. But we don't focus on that. We look at the outer shell of a person because they look good. You're looking at the cover of the book. You didn't even take time to open up the book to find out. Because sometimes there's shit inside the book. Only you looking at the cover thinking the cover looks so beautiful. And once you open up the first page of that book, there's a whole bunch of shit sitting right there. We never take time to get past that because we fucking. Once you start fucking, that's it. We don't pay attention to that part. We do not pay attention to that part. And the messed up thing is that y'all will go. I had this woman, I played this video of Kendra G. This woman Kendra G asked her, what about the last born child that you had, the one that's one? Where's the baby daddy at? She gonna say, Kendra, you want the truth or a lie? And Kendra said, no, I want the truth. She said, well, it was a one night stand. So you telling me that this baby you had that's one was a one night stand, okay? And then the other children before this one baby, okay, the one that's one, you said you wasn't ready for a relationship. You wasn't ready for being in a foundation. You wasn't ready for a covering, but you required fucking. You didn't require a relationship before, but you required fucking. And so now this baby is here
And you and this man don't even have a good relationship because why? You was a one night stand. You was a one night stand. And you let this man go up raw inside you and you thought it made sense. But when we say stuff like this, people will say, you bashing our women. You bashing our women. You talking bad about our women. But who came to social media and told their business? You said you screwed this man on a one night stand. And you did not require a relationship with your other baby daddy, but you require fucking, and there's a child that came into this world. We don't think about this. We just immediately say, this makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. To screw somebody that you don't know from Adam, this makes sense to me. Shout out to Kendra G, because she giving pushback now. I don't know what's going on, but shout out to her, because she was pissed off with that young woman. Shout out to her, and I'm done. I'm finished.
She done called the KS Holy Ghost. That's what that is.
Yeah, don't give it too much credit.
Yep.
Don't give it too much credit.
All right, so I want to get into the meat pause of the show tonight, and because as you see that beautiful and married woman on the thumbnail tonight, did anybody know who that is?
No.
That's
Ebony
K. Williams.
Ebony K. Yeah.
You said married woman.
Yeah, he's only bullshit.
I'm just bullshitting.
I know you was.
Now, I'm looking at
up there lying.
Liars.
I'm looking at of Ebony K. Williams, and if you squint real hard, that's a beautiful black woman. What?
Oh, she's nice.
Yeah, very successful, beautiful. But when she opened her mouth,
them eyes be lying, boy. I tell y'all, the eyes lie to you all the time.
When she opened her mouth, and I'm trying to understand why she can't keep a man. I saw earlier.
I'll tell you why.
I was looking. I saw earlier today. She had a video saying the last man that she was with, who was white. She said she broke up with him because he quarantined with his children during COVID. And so they broke up. He chose to be with his children and not her. When they had to stay in the house, and that pissed her off because she was by herself.
You know what that sound like, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna put no woman before my kids.
Yes, sir.
That sounds like some drizzle right there, don't it?
Some drizzle. So I wanted the last conversation of the night. I wanted to talk about this young lady as she says things like this. Let me go ahead and pull it up on the screen for you guys.
Are availing ourselves to all of the options. Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing.
Mm-hmm. 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 Look at Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben like he's just tired of her. Mm-hmm.
This is hilarious.
Man, guys. Ebony K. Williams has spoken her mind. And this is her now. She is pregnant, and she's with child. That woman pretty to me, Lord. She's with a child, but she's just ignorant as hell. She real ignorant. All right, so let's get to it. Mr. Bennett, I'm gonna start with you. I saw you shaking your head. What are your thoughts, Mr. Bennett, on this sperm grabber?
Well, she can talk about choices all she wants to, but she's choosing the only option that she has. She says, women don't have to worry about being chosen, but we're making choices. You're not choosing a man; you're choosing to have babies. So, I mean, it's not even a one-to-one exchange. So, this. You mean you can try to, this is what a lot of salesmen do. They try to make something sound better than what it is. Of, hey, this is a great option for us. Hey, we're choosing this, but again, it's still the worst option. By any statistical measure, I mean, children do best when they're raised with a mother and a father in a marital situation. And so you can make it sound like, oh, well, that's the option that women are choosing to go with, and they don't want to. And they talk again, just her language talking about women are not going to be in situations that doesn't serve their self-interest. I mean, clearly you're not ready for marriage because again, marriage is not about self-interest.
Nor is it about the kid.
So I just think that she's trying to make trying to make lemonade out of lemons because that's all she has left.
Mm-hmm.
So I do your thing, but as far as trying to sell women that this is your best option, it might be your only option unless there's a change in attitude to understand that marriage is something that's bigger than yourself, and you're going to have to put away some of that self-interest if you want to make a marriage work. Them's the rules. So so she's just trying to make something that that's the only option that she has left. So she's just trying to make it sound good because she's got to, because if anything, she's talking to herself, I think, more than anybody else. All this language is for herself. So that's all I really have to say on it. So good luck with that.
Boss, you could take over, brother.
You know what? I'm gonna go with R-Pain with this one.
I did several videos on Ebony K. So she flip-flops a little bit, but she's always on this demon time in terms of she wants a man that she could control. Other than having a guy in a relationship is not good for her. And she does not want to be the person who has to be under the cover of a man. She wants to be the man. But the danger in her message is that we already have a generation, 2 generations of women having babies out of wedlock by themselves, right? So she's not even cutting new grass or new ground. She just says if you have the money, you could choose to do it. But women, even broke women, are choosing to do it all the time. This shit ain't no groundbreaking stuff. So very few women, maybe 1% of women, could pay the money for IVF to do what she's done, and it doesn't always work. So she, again, is one of those kind of things that make herself feel better. So she's saying this shit, and then she's putting it on the back of black men wanting to have relationships, and or opposed to black women who should be in a relationship for the betterment of children if you're going to raise them. So I believe she also made sure they gave her a sperm that was going to give her a girl. I think whatever you could put sperm in a centrifuge or whatever to separate the X's and the Y's. So she wanted a girl, and I was thankful at least for God and country that she's having a girl as opposed to a boy, because we need one less man growing up with the emotions of a woman with muscles. But I pity the young girl that comes up with her as well, because she's just going to perpetuate the same kind of bullshit with that little girl. She's going to be the worst. I think she'll be the worst kind of woman in the world, because she's never going to have any influence of a real man in her life, because you could tell by Ebony K that's not going to happen. So it's a damn shame. She's on demon time, right? She's an absolute demon, and I'll just leave it at that.
I want to hear from Anissa now. Anissa, come on.
I think Ebony K found herself in a bit of a conundrum. The man that she truly, truly wants is not on the horizon that she can see. She has openly stated that she's not necessarily willing to make the changes to get in the relationship. If she could get in a relationship, she's really not willing to make the adjustments. That's a big if for her. And also her clock is ticking. She is 40 years old. So I feel like she felt she needed to make a decision. She knew she probably wanted to have children, and this is the choice that she made. But I think it's an awful example, a bad example. We have enough single mothers. I don't see any reason why we want to perpetuate this anymore. She is not your average woman. She could probably very well afford to raise a child and give a child a good life, educate her child, and give her child every advantage. So she's not your typical baby mama or your typical average woman. But I think it's still a dangerous precedent to set because there are women who are not in Ebony K's position that will try to do what she's doing and they're going to fail miserably at it. I don't know her support system. I don't know about her family. I don't know who her friends are. She probably might have a good support system, but she's not the typical woman. So I think it's a dangerous precedent for her to be promoting that this is the way, this is a great choice, and that this is something that Black women should be doing. I think you have to be very, very cautious about that. I think it's a dangerous precedent that she's attempting to set here. Don't agree with her at all.
Thank you, Nissa. Grace,
What she's actually promoting is children to 3 times commit more suicide, 9 times more to drop out of high school, 10 times most likely to use drugs, 14 times more likely to engage in criminal activities and go to jail. That's what she's promoting on the other side of the coin by making a choice of being a single mother. I agree with Anissa. This is out the norm. She's going to be not your typical single mother. But when women choose to become single mothers, this is what you're already bringing into a child into. And I know you guys saw the show yesterday about the importance of having a father in a child's life and the importance of developing for them to be productive citizens of this society. And I don't know what is it going to take. It's going to take the elimination or just nothing at all to get it through people's heads. And it's sad. It really is, and it's disheartening. But this is what she's promoting. She's promoting more drugs, more crime, more suicide, more dropouts when you decide to be a single mother. I digress. My mic is muted.
Take heed. It's on you, darling.
So I have a different perspective.
Come on, let's see it.
I don't believe that we should be mad with Ebony K. I don't think so. I do not think so. Okay, because she's having a me moment. She's having a me moment. She doesn't care anything about anybody else but herself. Because when we have children without fathers, okay, we are robbing these babies of having a good father. We're robbing them. That's why I have labeled in my own show that baby mothers are liars and thieves, because we are robbing our children of having a good man. Because there was a man that came along that loved you at one time. He loved you at one time and he wanted to be by your side. But he didn't look like Tyshawn or Keyshawn. You didn't want him. So we have set our own selves up for failure. She's having a me moment. Because right now she's only thinking of herself. Now, yes, she has the money, she has the resources to raise this baby. But when this child get older, this child will tell her the dreaded words that my child had said to me, and he's 30 years old. He said, "Mama, you robbed me of having a father. You robbed me of having a father." She may be able to give that baby the world, but that baby gonna still act up. You wanna know why? Because that baby needs one thing. It's one person that baby needs, and that's the father. That is the father. That child needs one person. That is the father. See, you could buy this child all types of name brand clothes and give them the best of everything. And the father can go get one pair of sneakers that he got from Walmart
No shots at Walmart. I love Walmart. Go get one pair of sneakers from Walmart. And this child will wear those sneakers till those shoes fall off their feet. Because you want to know why? They daddy bought them shoes. That daddy brought her or him them shoes. And we always miss this part. Fathers are needed. Children want to know where they come from. They want to know who is the owner's manual. Shout out to JT. They want to know who is the owner's manual. We always miss that part. Her baby gonna get everything because she got the money to do it. But her baby is going to need the father, because there will be other children asking her, why your mommy always pick you up? Where's your daddy? We always forget that. Children are so heartless when they're young. They so heartless. They will get up there and ask you, well, why your daddy never pick you up? It's always your mama. Do you have a daddy? Do your daddy love you? Make those children feel so bad. And the child will start asking questions. Mama, where my daddy at? Why my daddy not around? Why I can't see my daddy? Now, she said I pay extra for when the child turned 18 so that they can have a connection with the father. At 18, the child is 18. That child needs this man while she in the womb. She needs this man while she is still in your womb, because you need someone to cuddle and hold you at night. You need somebody to go and get cravings that you going crazy for at 3 o'clock in the morning. You need somebody that's going to ride down the ShopRite late in the midnight hour and put you in the back seat. Okay? If you can make it to the car. We always forget that because we have this me moment. And the day that you give birth, ain't nobody came up there to see you, baby. See, they will get up here and tell you on social media, Ebony K has the means. All these famous women have the means, to have children. But the ones who don't have the means, they're copying y'all. They think that this makes sense because they're like, well, Ebony K did it. You don't have the money. And no matter how much money Ebony K got, that child gonna still have a problem. I don't care how many times she got to take this child anywhere, travel this child around the world, no matter what. People gonna know this baby's story and they gonna ridicule this child. Because social media, all you got to do is type somebody's name and it come up with everything. People always forget that, but we promote baby mama. We promote baby mama. And I'm going to share something with you. I have lived on both sides of the coin. And if somebody tell me today, you got to go back to baby mama hood up the street on that lane, I'm going to whoop somebody's ass. I'm going to whoop somebody's ass. You will not get me back there. I will whoop somebody's ass. Because that shit is hard, but we promote that it makes sense to be a baby mama. We uplift that. But we will tell the wife she is a servant. She's a slave. We will tell her that. And truth be told, and I said this today on my own show, the true slave is the husband. Because he never get appreciated for what he does. He never gets the recognition for what he does. And no matter what happened, he still got to do his husband duty. He still got to be the king of the castle. No matter what, even when shit don't go right, he still got to pay everything. He still got to be the provider and protector. But we'll say the woman is the slave. But when she ready to tell you, I'm not fucking you tonight. You done made me mad. I'm not cooking nothing for you. I'm not going to clean this house. I'm not going to do nothing. And you can't do shit. And she going to look at you and walk in a room like she ain't say nothing to you. Does that look like a slave to you? Because a slave has to still do what they have to do. They still, even when they don't like it, they still got to do it. That's why shout out to my brothers who handle their business. They still do it. Even when she get indignant, they still do it. So no, Ebony got a problem. She got a problem. And she just got a ticking time bomb. Wait till that baby get older. You're going to hear all types of foolery on social media about that child. Because everybody going to be talking about that baby. And she brought that on that baby head herself. And I'm done.
Now, I'm going to say this real quick. Anissa said earlier, she don't know about her following or the people who follow her or the group of women who follow this woman. And, well, you're in luck, Anissa, because I have it here. And this is what, it was a full video. It was almost 40 minutes of women who agree with this. And it was several women. I mean, it was woman after woman after woman after woman. But I only clipped one.
I love this so much. I love this. I love this so much. The men are losing. They're losing and they're snapping out about it. They're figuring out what we've known for a long time, that they're literally not necessary anymore. They're not nothing. You're nothing. We actually don't need you to have families, careers, money, a life. We don't need you guys for that. And we're selfish for it. I truly get a giggle out of men like this because we tried to tell you. We tried. And you didn't want to listen. And when women are out here making the choices to do what's best for them, sans you, we're selfish for it. If that's what you get from it, then that's fine. A few years back, I worked at a law firm. I've talked about this a couple times. And there was this one attorney, and she specialized in maternity law, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But basically her practice was that she found able-bodied women to donate their eggs to women with fertility issues. And the majority of the women that were seeking these egg donors or surrogates, most of them were single professional women. Most of them. Women were always going to have children, jobs, careers, homes, lives, with or without y'all. And we can. And I'm beginning to realize that men have just now begun to realize that they are not a part of that equation in most of our life plans. And they are very, very angry about it. And that's fine. Sir, if no one told you this, let me be the first one to let you know your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions on what will make women happy is no one's concern. No one's. Not a woman on this planet asked you about how you would feel if a woman just decided to up and plan her family herself. What? I want to know what makes you think you're this important. What makes you think that you are this important? Women have children alone all the time. They raise them alone all the time. Weren't you raised by a single mom? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you weren't raised by a single mother, you have a plethora of people in your life that were. What's the problem? Why are you guys so worried about what we're doing instead of looking at the root of the problem, which is not us? You can be mad about this. You can call us selfish. Nobody cares. Nobody. And here's the real gag about this. If you actually cared enough to want to do something about it, you would, instead of talking to us. Talking to women who are literally living their lives, minding their business, making the families that they have said repeatedly that they want. So Ebony got tired of trying to wait for a man to give her the thing that she wanted when she realized, oh, wait a minute, I'm successful in my own right. I got a fat bank account. I have a tribe. I can have a baby by myself. And she's doing it. What is the problem? I really want to know, what's the problem? Scratch that. I don't care. I don't care what the problem is, because it really isn't one. It's not my problem. It's not your problem. It's nobody's problem. She wants a baby. She got it. Okay, coming up next on the agenda. I got to tell you, this makes me so happy. Men are finally understanding. It's finally starting to sink in. We do not need you. And you really should be saying thank you. You're not needed. The pressure's off. Go do or be the thing that you're supposed to do in this life. Do the thing that you want to do. Stop worrying about us. I literally don't understand why you guys care so much. But then don't show us that you actually care. You're just talking. You're not actually doing the work to prove that you care, to fix the issues that you keep bitching about, that we keep solving on our own. Like it or not, women are going to find a way to do the things that are going to benefit them without you. Whether that's have children, get an abortion, get an education, get a home. Women will always figure out how to do the things. You are losing your power. Males are finally getting it, that their power is dwindling. And very soon it will be gone. And women will finally be free. Ladies, do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever the hell you want. These men, if nothing else, just to piss men off. Do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever. It'll lower your cortisol level. It'll give you glowing skin. Do whatever the fuck you want. And watch the men be mad.
You know, it's begging, make it stop, man. Make it stop.
Take you go first. I always take a survey of the panel.
Y'all skipped me on the last question.
We got you, Rick.
So
Have to take you.
this is my thing right here. These women like this, y'all listen. Woo, let me get it right. Women like this, y'all just pure demons. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Because the whole thing is that you say you don't need a man. You say that men are not needed, but you need the sperm to have these children. You need the seed of life to have these children, but you say they're not needed. Now, I'm not getting on my brothers because black men's sperm is not in those sperm banks. Not no more. It's hard to find it. It's really hard to find it. Ebony K said she had to pay $80K for one vial. That's a lot.
Oh, she got two vials. She got two vials of fine black sperm. That's what she said.
I had to empty out my bank account. That's what she said. I had to get two. So my brothers, let me share something with you. You got liquid gold going on down here. Liquid gold. Keep it secure. Because here we go. Doing nonsense, and they think that this makes sense. But this is the whole problem when these kids get big. Nobody thinking about how when these kids are small, they so cute. You dress them in a suit, you dress them in a dress, they look so cute, this and that. It's when they become teenagers and they get ready to start whooping on your ass, mama. This is the problem, because every child comes to a role where they say, I'm bigger than my mama and I can whoop her ass. You on your own. Ain't nobody there coming to save you. Ain't nobody there coming to save you. And I don't care how hard you think you are, this child is younger than you. And sometimes these children grow up to be 6 feet, 2 feet, you know what I'm saying? Six and a half, whatever. Okay? They grow up and they get big and they ready to wail on your ass. This is the thing that the women miss all the time. They miss this. And the girls always like to take a shot at the title. And the boys will do it too, because there's no man around to break him back, to break him down and push him back. There's no man around. And y'all always forget this, but y'all think y'all can raise these children. Then when they become teenagers, now you're looking for the daddy. You're looking for the daddy.
Mind you, when they were young, you weren't paying no attention. It's only when a child get older now you're looking. And only why I'm telling you this, baby, is because I went through the same thing. See, just like Ricky always say, the game never changes, it's only the players. It's only the players. The same thing I went through with my eldest son is the same thing that many Black women have went through with their children, but they don't come tell it. They don't come tell it. So they make you seem like being a baby mama is everything. That there's nothing wrong, that you raise sound children. Now, don't get me wrong, even in marriage, you're going to have your children that's going to act up sometimes. You're going to have situations you got to deal with. But there's two of you to fight this battle. When it's only one, this is something that you cannot handle on your own. But we sit up here and think it's all right. This heifer got up here talking about we don't need men. And if your house get burned down today, who are you calling? If a flood happened in your house, the pipe burst, who are you calling? This is the thing that irked my nerve about our women. We will sit up here and say boo-boo the fool bullshit, and you'll be the first one crying late in the midnight hour talking about I need a man to touch me. I do not blame the brothers when they say get your passports. I do not blame them. Okay? I just thank God I'm married. I do not blame them when they say they got to get their passports, because you got heifers like this out in the world talking about it's okay to do bullshit. Nobody wants to take accountability. We want to have our children just suffer in our community with not having a father, or we have chose wrongly. We having these babies by Pookie and Rere and jesters and not kings. And then they want to say all Black men ain't shit, but we 80% baby mamas. And I believe it's about 40 or 44% baby daddies. So what does that mean, my sisters? We sitting up here, we fucking the same men. 80%. That mean we fucking the same men. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all think what you're doing makes sense. It's until that child tell you, mama, you robbed me. You robbed me of having a good father. And I had to grow up and everybody else had their daddy. Why I couldn't have my daddy, mama? Why I couldn't have my daddy? When the children start telling you this will break you down. And I'm going to share something with you, my Black sisters, okay, my melanated sisters. You're not going to be able to say, I did the best I could. That's not working no more. That thing had went out back in the day in my mama time. That's not working no more. Because the children going to turn around and tell you your best wasn't good enough. And I'm done.
Rick, let me warm it up for you, man.
Did you hear what I said?
Come on.
Nah, I didn't answer I didn't get to talk on the last video with Ebony K. But question for the panel and the people in the chat: would she would have got pregnant if she never went to IVF?
No.
Nope. Not at all.
Wasn't it her choice to get pregnant?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you hear what I said?
It was her choice to get pregnant. Ladies, it's always y'all choice to get pregnant.
Oh, I knew you was going. Got him. Drive that bitch down Sunset Boulevard. Come on, boy.
Always. So whose fault is it? Whose fault is it for real? Whose is it? Because y'all cheerlead these videos, you feminists. Go, girl. You had the right to do whatever. Facts. Y'all got the right to choose whatever y'all want to do. You got pregnant by a no good nigga. Guess what? You chose that. You chose to put your children through that madness, right? But you expect the man to be better than you, right? This woman went on a rampage soliloquy, right? About y'all don't need men. Y'all, Do what y'all want to do. She telling the truth. That's what y'all do. Y'all do what y'all want to do. And then instead of taking the true blame for what you're supposed to take blame for, you put it off on the black man. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, the condition of society right now is the woman's fault. White men, black men, it doesn't matter. The Western woman as a whole. Women are the leaders, right? They the leaders, but when y'all lead in hell. Y'all fucking Satan. I don't care what nobody say. Satan was a woman. Who else can convince Eve to do something that against her husband but a woman? Y'all keep saying, how can y'all keep saying that it was the black man who left when it's the black woman who constantly say on a day-to-day basis, we don't need y'all. So it's our job to convince y'all of something y'all believe.
Did you hear what I said?
So a man should spend his life convincing you of something that you believe. All the while you act the ass, you can blame him. Y'all see a woman in a restaurant passing out with her man, they're quiet. Y'all be like, why her man ain't saying nothing? Y'all the problem. I know it's y'all the problem. This is y'all issue. You want to be able to exhibit no self-control, be sexually promiscuous, make bad choices, and because you don't got a man, it's his fault. Give them what they asking for, fellas. Give them what they asking for. There's plenty of other women out here that you can date and marry. Give them what they asking for. And let me say this footnote. It might seem like it's a loud minority. That's the excuse they keep giving us. It's the loud minority. All black women don't say this. All black women don't say this. Y'all ain't saying it, but that's how y'all moving. I wish y'all just say it like she said. We don't give a fuck about you. We don't give a fuck about these kids. All I want to do is make the best decisions for me. For me. But it's the black man's fault the family ain't shit. It's the black man's fault the kids not getting raised up. It's the black man's fault that you don't get paid dollar for dollar. It's everything's our fault, but y'all the one who making all the decisions. Give them what they asking for. If she's independent, let her be independent at the age of 65. And wait till y'all see this little bright ass baby that come out of Ebony K. Williams, because she ain't getting no black sperm. Baby about to be bright as fuck. That's all I got.
Now you do understand the brat and her wife also got a white baby daddy as well.
You know what? I'm gonna ask R-Pain, man. R-Pain. Let me ask you a question.
Oh,
Right? You the head of your family tree, keeping up with, right?
Yes.
You got the Bible, and everybody who has a kid, you put them in the Bible, right?
Every single one. Yeah.
What would you do if Ebony K. Williams was your daughter? What would you put in the Bible? Would you put a question mark next to her, her man on the list?
I would love her. I would love her. I would love her and just say, you know what? I failed to teach her the things she needed to be taught, but I would still love her. You know, I mean, that's all I can say. And listen to, and you know what? And I, you know what? It's almost hypocritical, but at the station I'm in my life, if she was going to give me a grandbaby, I let everybody else talk about it, but I'm gonna love my grandbaby. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't approve of all this shit and all the stuff she says. We'll probably have one of those conversations over one of my dinners.
Payne, you breaking up, sir.
No, that's God. Listen.
Yeah. No, I'm back. No, it is true. I mean, it's just true. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, because she's not my daughter, I can say all the shit I am right now. I mean, it's hypocritical, but I would be against what she's saying. But if she was my daughter, I would just love her.
So Trey said, love her, and there's the problem. Black men don't stand on shit.
But the key thing is she's my daughter. If she wasn't my daughter, it'd be different. I challenge every one of you who have a daughter to tell me something different.
You know what, Payne? That's a great point. Hold on a second. Wait. That's a great point. Payne, let me ask you a question. Does Ebony K. Williams have a father?
Yes, I would. Yes, she does. Probably.
Is he in a?
She probably came from a 2-family house. I don't know, but she probably did.
So I'm seeing some folks saying no. Take heed. No? Is this the deal?
No, she's single mama.
Her mom was a single mom.
Yep.
Drove a bus, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, she would have missed out on all this love our Payne would have gave us. So our Payne in your particular situation,
she would have been a different woman.
You're right.
If she was my daughter, she'd be a different woman. That's what I would say.
In other words, that speaks.
The question of when you said it.
Right. That speaks to the need for men in these young women's lives.
Paint your picture, Lost. Paint your picture.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I think Ebony K. Williams is robbing her child of the love of a grandfather, like somebody like our Payne.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody who can show her grace. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah.
Even in this particular situation. That's the reason why I brought him up here, because a lot of times women disrespect men covertly. But in this particular case, this lady did it overtly. You see what I'm saying? In this particular situation.
They don't care, bro. Like we got to stop beating around the bush and act like they don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
They don't care. As long as they got money and they can get their nails and go how they want to go, they don't give a fuck. Fuck them kids. Fuck that, man. They don't care. We need to stop bullshitting ourselves. Again, I know it hurt because, again, we want to talk about the minorities and the majorities. He who findeth a wife finds a good thing. A good wife is not meant to be found out just falling out the goddamn trees. That doesn't happen, bro. Let's be honest. Most of these women ain't shit. That's just the fucking facts, bro. Let's try. Keep hope alive, Jesse Jackson looking ass niggas. That shit, hope don't do shit for nobody. Hope is useless.
Oh shit.
But y'all, and this is why I say this, right? Because we keep trying to give the majority grace, right? But when the minority speaking, the majority still don't say shit.
Nope.
They don't make no coke. The same shit. Oh, black men, y'all need to get the fuck out of here, bro. I keep trying to tell you, black men are in the best position they've ever been in history to be family men. Now black women don't want to be a family. In the fucking 80s and 90s, all we heard, and if y'all fucking 70s, baby, y'all know I'm not lying. All we heard was be better for your family. Don't leave your child to be a single mother like your mom was. Damn, most of y'all, by the time you're 18, you're going to be dead in jail. So make sure you do something with your life. Consider yourself lucky if you don't get shot in the street or locked the fuck up. Blah, blah, rah, rah, rah. Spend time with your kids. Don't leave your kids. Don't do your kids like your daddy did you. Now that time is here, black women said, you know what? All that shit we was asking y'all for that our mamas told y'all to do, that was going to work for it. Nah, fuck that shit, dog.
Our Payne tried to save you, brother.
Right? I'm saying, bro, like, no, bro. Like, no, bro. We need to stop lying, bro. They don't give a fuck. And that's stupid on our end if we keep putting out effort and resources for someone who's not looking to reciprocate the very thing that you trying to put out. That's stupid. That is fucking insane to keep trying to wrap your head around some shit that you know in your lifetime not gonna happen. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be God damn it, I keep spending this $5 on this lotto and I ain't hit in 20 years. Sometimes you got to sit down and have a fucking coming to Jesus moment and be honest with yourself. This shit ain't happening.
So may I ask the men a question? Sorry, Rick, I thought you were done.
No, go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
So how is a woman like me, who I know I'm not like them, can separate themselves to be seen and not blend in with them? Because no matter how, I mean, I don't associate with them, but you know, like we were talking one night, BMU and Lit, that I passed off on a guy because he led with sex and I wasn't having it. So you know, how do you deal with when they're so used to dealing with women that will give it up on the first night, but I actually make you wait and actually do how it's supposed to be done? How do you compete with that?
Let me ask you this: what are you competing for?
Eliminate. Right.
What do you compete? Oh, this the type of man you really want to compete for?
Sure.
Think about it.
No, but I'm talking about the idea, because if a man, if these men are so used to getting it on the first night for a Happy Meal, you know, and maybe $20 worth of weed, but here I am, I'm not even demanding dinner at a restaurant. We could do a coffee date. I want conversation. I want to get to know you. I want to ask questions, but that's not good enough because he wants to fuck on the first night.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna say this real quick, Arpain, and I'm gonna let you put the comfort on top of the sheet. Listen, some of the men,
and I'm speaking for the younger women too that are like me. You know, I get it. I'm in a different age bracket. And it's different for me. But what about your good girls, your 25, 30-year-olds that are like me? What do they do?
Well, let me tell you. What happened is what Rick was just talking about: minority, majority, whatever. If you want to play that though, and you want to say minority and majority, you could say the minority of women were the loudest, the minority of the women were the easiest, the minority of the women were the freakiest, the minority of the women that were the one-night stands and the head in the back seat or in the back of the fire truck while the dog is looking out the window. Those women have outworked you because they were the loudest. And now they set an expectation in a man's mind. Now he didn't hit 10 of them in a row. That when one night stands, he get to you and you like, wait. He say, wait. Oh, okay. I'll see you next week. And he's gonna go fuck your neighbor. That's gonna give it to him the same day. When you let something go on for so long, that's why they tell you when you feel an ache in your body, go to the doctor, because they make it cure the cancer. But if you wait till your ass at stage 4, it's too far gone. And that's what's happening right now. Women didn't speak up. Women didn't check these women. They didn't say you dressing like a hoe. What women were saying was, I'm minding my business. I'm staying in my own lane. I ain't talking to these young girls. I ain't got nothing to say to these little hoes. I'm gonna be in my house. And what happened is, okay, them young girls said, thank you. And they went out and gave the best head, the best cat, the best one night stands, the best freaky shit, they got their ass out, their titties out. Nobody checked them. And that's where we are today. So now when you say make them wait, that man gonna say, oh, okay, I know 10 women that won't make me wait tonight. You have a good evening. I land
my thing is would you want to build your family with somebody who's, you know, built like that?
Yep.
Go ahead, take it.
I know we don't like to talk about this, but I want to mention this real quick. This is one of the things that I look at the Muslim culture that is very different from the Christian culture. Let me share with you what I mean. They're young women. The older women advise the younger women. They train them to be upstanding wives. They talk to these young girls. You know what I'm saying? They have classes about how to be a good wife. You know what I'm saying? They have teaching moments. But our Christian mothers tell these children, they will get up here on panels, judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged. Who is without sin, cast the first stone.
We don't sit around and tell these girls, you have to listen to your husband. You have to be obedient to him. You have to love him. You have to make love to your husband on a regular. We don't talk to our girls like this. The best thing we will teach them is if your husband is out of line, get that holy oil, throw that holy oil all around the house and everything, and pray all over him. And you know what might really be the problem? Because you ain't fuck him last night. That might be the problem.
Did you hear what I said?
That might just be the problem. Okay? You don't know how to be affectionate to this man. That just might be the problem. You don't know how to be obedient to him. That just might be the problem. Okay? So this is the problem I have when we call ourselves trying to teach our girls. When the elder Muslim women don't tell them it's okay to be a baby mama. They don't tell them that. They do not tell them that. They tell them, baby, don't do that. Don't go that way. This is not going to lead you to the right way. But what do we tell our girls? Judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged. Who is without sin, cast the first stone. This is what we tell our girls. Oh, you're not going to be the first or the last to be a baby mama. We don't caution them. We don't say anything to them. When they go out here half buck naked, we sit up there and say, well, that ain't my daughter. That ain't my daughter.
There you go. That's what I just said. Yep.
That's what we do. That's what we do as Christian women, older women. That's what we do. That's why when people get up on these shows, okay, and they say I'm Christian, people just turn their face because they know. People just turn their face. That's sad because I even say to myself, listen, I am not the Christian that you should follow. I am not. I will not sit up here and tell you any lies. I'm not the Christian that you should follow. Now, if you get a lesson out of what I teach, you blessed. If you get a lesson. Because I'm just up here running my motherfucking mouth. Okay? You get a lesson. If you get the lesson, baby, you blessed. But this is the thing. How many of us can teach the lesson without the rest of the sisterhood coming after us with guns is blazing? Because they know we trying to teach the younger generation that something is wrong. But they will get out here and tell you what you saying to them is not right. Or they will get out here, because I get a lot of people that tell me, Mama, you curse too much in your content. You curse too much. You get nasty too much. But you know what I say to them? Baby, how many content creators have talked nice to y'all? How many women in this YouTube space has been sweet to y'all and say, listen, don't do this and don't do that. And ain't none of them curse. They so calm. Y'all still ain't motherfucking listening.
Did you hear what I said?
Let me say what I want to say. And if you get a lesson out of it, baby, then you're blessed. And if you don't get a lesson out of it, then you just keep it moving. You continue on your path. And when you get 60, 70 some years old and talk about I need a man, then you're going to try to change up your mind. Like Vivica Fox talking about she taking applications. Go sit down. Your time has passed. And I'm done.
Mr. Ben. I'm waiting on Mr. Ben.
I'm sorry. What question am I addressing?
We're discussing the wildebeest at the end, and the devil spawn on the other one. What are your thoughts?
Again, I don't have much. I find it interesting that all that talk about IVF. I asked in the chat. It's just amazing how folks are paying $80K for a vial, but they selling it for $700. I'm like, I don't know of any product that's like making something for a penny and selling it for like $1,000. I mean, that's a crazy markup. So how folks get into that business, you're underpaid. So for all those sperm donors out there, you might want to reevaluate the value of your stuff and demand more money. if they're only going to give you $700 up front from it. That's not, to me, that's not a good deal. So you must be doing it out of desperation if you're looking to do that. But I also find it interesting just the political climate that we're in, because I know there's been a move to basically ban in the many instances IVF. So everyone's talking about, IVF is going to be the new thing or whatnot. And you have bodies, especially in the South, they're trying to ban that. And I think conservatives just came out recently on it. I know the Southern Baptist Convention just came out. Because again, a lot of their message wasn't consistent. If you understand what IVF means, but you're against deletions, and if you understand how the process works, if life begins at conception, then that was a hypocritical stance to take. But IVF used to be the domain of the wealthy and the rich. So the fact that they're taking that away, now all of a sudden you have those voices speaking up. So it was always about class and poverty. It was never about the life of the pro-life or whatever. It was always about privileged people just trying to have their option. But now they're coming after that, and now people are starting to step up. So we'll see what happens in the next few years if IVF becomes less of an option. Then for Ebony K and all these women talk about, go get your IVF treatment or whatever. Well, what if that option dries up? Then what is your option going to be then? But I also had a question just generally, is what we feel different about Ebony K and other women like her if they decided to adopt babies rather than, because it seems like, they're going through all these options to try to manufacture. And so much of this just feels about just control. And I get Ebony said it. It's like, she wants to be in total control of the entire process in terms of the selection, the birthing and everything. But what we feel different about her and other women that said, there's plenty of babies out there, black babies or whatnot that need families and whatnot. And I would be, putting them in a much better situation. Will we feel better about that if that was what she was going for? But just seems so much of just, I have to control the situation. And to me, that's where I think a lot of the sting is, at least for me, the way I read it, is that, it's a control, it's a power trip that she's on. And she just cannot be in a situation that she cannot have control over the outcome. And she wants to put herself in a position to have the best outcome. So those are questions that I had. But as far as the one with the bonnet on, again, good luck with the results that you get. I really don't have anything to further augment what's already been said. But I'm just wondering on the Ebony K, what do you guys think about that? And I also want to tackle Embrace's question, but if y'all want to tackle that first, and I can come back to that.
Well, if you think about it, Mr. Bennett, most people. Oh, sorry about our pain. No, I was saying most people, when you adopt kids, they want to make sure that child is going to a good home. And I think that there are rules to allowing a child to go to a home. And I think most of the time they would prefer that a child go to a 2-parent home. So I think that also may have something to do with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let me just add one thing, a couple of things. One, to Grace's question, I don't think we answered it really. Grace, if a guy doesn't give you what you want, he eliminates himself. I mean, I don't care if he goes to somebody else. It's just not the person you want to plant a tree with or root with.
But it's the norm. This is what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of the men nowadays they're not cut like you and me in old school.
But it doesn't matter whether it's the norm. They got other guys. You have to keep looking. Just like I told men, you got to keep looking. I mean, everybody said there's no good women out there. We did a whole live video here. Guy had 11 reasons why he was marrying this girl that he found. And the brothers came up and they chopped it up like, his 11 reasons were bullshit. But they weren't. No, they weren't. The guy said he found a woman when everybody around says there's no marriageable women. He said he found one, and here's why. He had 11 fucking reasons. Everybody told him he's stupid. I mean, come on. We act like we want shit, but when you hear it, you don't want it.
Okay, you being disingenuous right now, because that man was led by pussy, not by whatever. If you watch that video, that man look how fine that fucking girl was. And all
she got to be ugly for him.
He said they moved in together, they shacking, they not married. All they doing, they fucking a lot, right? He said the sex is amazing. right?
Right.
He's led by sex. He didn't wait or talk to that woman or get to know that woman before he started fucking her.
Okay. BMU. Let me
on,
see. Can I say this before you cut me off?
Come on.
Every guy on this panel who's married. Okay, you can keep doing this shit to me if you want. Every man on this panel who's married has sex with their woman before they get married. Maybe except Mr. Bennett. I'm sure. Okay, so stop it. We all
I'm with Mr. Bennett. I ain't doing none of that.
On our women, so let's stop doing. So we got one exception here. I don't know one other man who said that he waited till marriage. For the rest of us, we had some sex with our chicks before we married them, and you can't put our marriages down to just because we were pussy ties, right? So why are we gonna see this man, even if he's banging it out? He had a whole bunch of other things that he liked about her, and he was saying it, and we can't be disingenuous about that shit. So let me go say one thing about IVF. Yesterday we had a whole panel on IVF. Yesterday, Mr. Bennett, we had a whole panel on IVF. What happened? What are you saying now? So you could go check out that live. It's still on. I don't know.
Okay. No, I didn't get a chance yesterday. I was tied up, but I can go back and take a look at it.
I'll land it there because all you guys have this like selective goddamn whatever choices. Everybody banged out their wife before they married. Everybody.
You know it's coming right. You know it's coming right. The clip loaded. You know that, don't you? Hey, you know you fucked up, right?
Come on, man. The hell with you guys, man. Hey, Grace, you got to keep looking just like the guys do. That's all. You gotta keep.
But Grace, can I take a stab? So
absolutely.
Are you looking to be absent before marriage? What is your goal if you're not looking to get to have sex early? Do you doing that 90-day rule thing, or are you just looking for the right chemistry to know somebody, or are you looking for celibacy until marriage? What is?
We're not gonna have that.
I got my drink.
It's.
What's your plan?
Stop.
My mind's telling me no,
but my body.
See, y'all ain't shit. Because I'm really trying. I'm really reaching out to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
I know. It has to be a person that I vibe with, that we connect, that we have good conversation, get to know each other. But no, the sex is going to be there, but it's not going to be there within 2 weeks. It's just not.
All right. So what's that? So again, but what's the again? Guys like a plan.
I want to be married again.
Okay, so that's the long game. I'm saying, but as far as the sex, because your complaint is that guys are not willing to wait for sex, and I'm asking you specifically, how long are you expecting a man to wait, or to date you and court you before that happens? Because I think what you're asking for, especially at your age. Now, again, this KS used to talk about this a lot and whatnot. The only guys who really would wait for it are guys who, virgin and young women and whatnot. Your fertility. So all that's gone. We're not getting kids out the deal or whatever. It's just going to be you and her. I mean, you and him. So I think he set a different standard for older people. Like older people, as far as that waiting, to have it and whatnot, he wasn't with that. And I think that's just a tough arena to play in, because unless a guy knows exactly what he's waiting for, if he's not waiting for your womb, or if he's not on the other end, like I said, I was my faith was such, I was not having sex before marriage. That was just not was going to happen. So unless you want that kind of guy, but you already said you're not waiting for that either. So, so if you're not going to wait,
if you want to put a time stamp on it, so let's.
I just want to get it just because think of me as a guy. Let's say, we're going out, we're having that coffee date or whatever, and we're talking. So I'm just trying to get an idea, because it sounds like, if you're not going to put a time limit on it, or if you're not going to put some sort of parameters in which we can work with, it's just going to come when you feel like it, basically. And that's basically what you're saying. When you think it's right, we'll do it. If that takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 months, whatever it is,
No,
I'm
it ain't
spending
gonna.
time with you. So I don't have a clear or crystal plan. Either we're gonna wait until marriage. So again, it's gonna be a totally non-sex relationship and whatnot, spiritual and all that. We're going to Bible study together. We're going to do marriage counseling together. We're going to do all that, and then we're going to get married. Then we're going to have that. That's again, a guy can get with that, or a guy can get with it pretty quickly. What you're asking for is like a moving target, and it's going to basically based on the sun and the moon and the stars lining up, and you just feel that time is right, and then you're going to give him the green light. I'm saying a lot of guys, especially if you're older, that's very difficult for a guy to handle unless he knows again what he's dealing with. So again, I think you're gonna have, if you're gonna play in that realm, then you're gonna have to come with a little bit more specificity.
I just value sex more. If I'm giving you my body to you, I'm not just going to give it to you within 2 days or 2 weeks.
Understand.
Because if I'm giving myself to you, I'm giving you 110%. We going in,
Grace. I totally understand where you're coming. I'm asking you to look at it from the man's perspective. We're not thinking about, we're thinking again.
Okay.
We like give me a plan. We got like I said, as far as
ask the question this way: will you wait? Can he bang somebody else out while he's waiting for you? I'm asking.
I wasn't asking that.
Yeah, he can. He can. As long as I don't know about it, yeah, he can, because that would be selfish of me. Absolutely.
Grace, let me ask you a better question, Grace. Hold on a second. Grace, let me ask you a better question. Let me ask you a better question. Okay. Now you said that all these other women are just basically giving the box away. Have you considered 20 in the front? And 40 in the back. Have you considered paying for the deal?
No, I thank God that I've never had to put myself in that position that I had to sell my pussy for money.
No. I'm saying buying. I'm saying buying dick.
No, she's talking about buying Pongo Pygmaeus.
Yes.
No.
The truth is, then don't nobody want to say it because they want to be rude, right? They don't want to be rude.
Just saying.
Go ahead, Rich. Come on, Uncle Rick. Just give it to me raw.
Let's just get this shit out there, right? Look here, right? You're gonna have to sell out. You got to stand above the crowd. You ain't no spring chicken no more, sis.
I know that.
Right.
I know that.
But what that means, you got to be better. You got to be a better option than what's out here. Plain and simple, short and sweet. And for one, are you dealing with a man that you want to have sex with?
Yeah, if I'm gonna deal with a man, I'm eventually gonna have sex with him. Absolutely.
No.
I'm not gonna.
No. Don't pussyfoot around my question. Don't pussyfoot around my question. Are you dating a man, right?
No
when
pun
a
intended.
man takes you out, right? You look at him and be like, God damn, I really want to fuck him.
Not all the time.
See, that's your fucking problem. See, you should be dating dudes that you're sexually attracted to, right? So that way,
But sometimes you're not initially attracted to them, but once you get to know them and you talk to them.
No. You're attracted to them because that's why you talk to them. The sexual attraction should be the first thing. That's instant, right? When you see when I see a good looking woman, I don't think, man, you know what? I think she make a mean ass sweet potato pie. That ain't the first thing on my mind. Right. So are you dealing with men that you're sexually attracted to from the gate? Because then it would not only be a reward for you, but a reward for him, but a reward for you as well. Now, I'm not saying going out there and fucking 2 days. I don't give a fuck. That's stupid to me. I don't care. Right. But
at least we agree on something.
We talking about we talking about if you're looking to marry a man, right, and he's a man that's worth marrying, right? It should be difficult for you to keep your hands off of him. That's a fact. This what y'all do, right? Again, I don't want to be with no woman who's not attracted to me. That's rule number one. So stop fucking with dudes you're not really sexually attracted to. That's number one, because then your mind will be in a different headspace, right? And then if you're sexually attracted to him and he doing the shit that he was supposed to do as a man, the shit gonna be over the top. Right? Then you got whatever rules you got in your head that's made up for him to meet as a man. Oh, I need this, that, and this, right? And at that point, right, when you see he really about it, when you find out he's staying, I ain't saying it's 2 weeks, I ain't saying it's 3, but shit, sometimes it's a week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So that's the
issue.
I see you take heed.
Take he got something to say. She busting right now.
No, she finna get you. Just go ahead. Go ahead, take it.
Grace, first, I want to tell you I love you, baby.
I know. I love you too. I know that. That's when you know it's coming.
God bless your heart.
Here comes the velvet hammer.
I want you to know this first. I love you, okay?
Happy Juneteenth.
Well, I want to share this little tidbit with you. Just this little tidbit with you. We know when we want to fuck a man when we first.
Yes, we do.
We know the day, the time, the hour when we want to fuck a man. Okay? We know when we first walk into the restaurant, I want to fuck this man. It's already in my mind. It's already in my mind. I want to fuck this man. Okay? The problem is that you don't have it in your mind to sleep with this man. Let him go. Let him go. You don't have it in your mind to sleep with this man. Let him go. Because what's going to happen is that if he does marry you, right, you're not going to fuck him on a daily basis.
No, I'm going to marry I'm a Scorpio, take heed. I'm going to marry somebody that I'm sexually attracted to and want to be with.
I got my drink.
But the thing is, I'm older. I don't want to just jump into something. And it's like a lot of the men nowadays just lead with that. Can we go talk? Can we go? It's just so disheartening. I mean, I got a lot of quantity. I just need quality.
Grace.
If you're a Scorpio, it shouldn't matter.
Listen, Grace. We both Scorpios, okay? And
So
you
Scorpios in the house, salute.
Should be oozing.
Listen, Grace, you dragging a wagon, baby. You dragging a wagon. Of course the man want to sleep with you when he first meets you. Of course. You just got to set boundaries of how you want to handle it. But you should already know in your mind if you want to fuck this man. This is the truth.
Oh, Lord.
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste his time. Because listen to me, baby. See, everybody up here trying to be nice to you, but you know what I'm about to say to you right now.
Uh-oh.
I know it's coming, sis.
You got time. You do not have time. Everybody else is trying to be nice to you. You don't have time, and I love you, and I'm saying this with love, baby. You do not have time to be playing no games. You don't. You want to get married, you don't have time. That means your vetting has to go into turbo speed. You got to go into turbo speed. And I'm done. I'm finished.
I hear you, sis. I hear you. I didn't hear your speech before.
What did Kevin Samuel say? Kevin said, "How many kids you got, ma'am? How old are you?" He said, "Man,
yeah, he was. Yeah,
be trying to give it away.
Yeah, that older stuff. The rules don't apply. That's 20 under 25. You can do that waiting and stuff. You over that, then yeah, that game.
And then now I'm forced to date older men, and y'all a whole different breed. You know what I'm saying? That's all new to me.
You waiting that pussy gonna get osteoporosis.
Talk about you forced. Go down there with them young dudes and see what you get.
Yeah, that pussy gonna get.
I love y'all. I love y'all. I really do. I don't need. I don't need therapy. This is a therapy session right here. Free 99.
Anissa, you need to help.
I'm asking for a friend, y'all.
Yeah, needs to bring the balance. Needs to bring some balance to this conversation here. So
come on, Anissa.
You know what the question is? What is the question? What?
Your sister has a dilemma.
Yeah.
She's looking for love. She's looking for marriage. She's looking for a man, though, who's willing, not just wants to have sex right away. All right. But at the same time, she doesn't want to wait until marriage to have sex. So she's looking for. So again, she's in this conundrum space here, and she's looking for some guidance from the sages to help her get through this process. So we're all just trying to, as the tribe, as the village here, we're trying to help her navigate these streets here.
Look at Coach Bennett.
So we're just trying to give her some some practical and sage advice in this time. So again, I know you're one of the, I know you and I we're kind of on the same tip. We kind of like to be balanced. So you can give some of that balance to her.
So, Anissa, in other words, how do you keep her puss from getting mesothelioma? Go ahead.
Listen, I am not the expert at this, but this is how I think. Obviously, waiting until marriage is out of the question. So
no, I got to test drive that car before I buy it. Sorry.
Right. So yeah, we know waiting until marriage is out of the question because we're way past that. So we might have to start adopting some of these Becky attitudes. Now, I agree with Take Heed.
Pause. I knew this was coming.
Hear what I said.
Come on,
Anissa, every week you surprise me more and more. It's like, what is going on?
Just when you think you know me, you don't know me. You don't know me. Listen, I'm telling you. So waiting until marriage is out of the question because we're past that at our age. Okay, your vetting though, as Take Heed said, you got to be on point with it. If you're serious about wanting to be married, you're gonna have to move only in that space. You're gonna have to be intentional about it. You're gonna have to be upfront about it.
And you need to be you need to be a wife. You need to be a wife before you ever find a husband.
I've been there, done that, sir.
So
you need
go
to
ahead,
be a
Miss
wife, and you're gonna have to present your A game up front. It's just what it is because the men have a lot more options. A 50-year-old man can get with, some 50-year-old men have no problem getting with a woman their age, but they have a lot more options than we're gonna have. So you're gonna have to come with your A game. The advantage, I think, me personally, that I think that women our age have is the things that men say that they want. We as women our age, we should already possess that.
Come on, talk your talk, Anissa.
That woman that is 25 or whatever, she ain't gonna have that grace. They have not been raised traditional. They have not been raised in a two-parent home. They have not seen that, mother and father dynamic. We ought to have that advantage over them off rip. So all you gotta do is you have that advantage, be the wife, like Ricky said, you come to the table with that and you put your A game out there on the front, out there on Front Street. And if he doesn't bite, then you just have to move on to you have to just move on to
I'm gonna go on that show, Pop the Balloon. They should have one for 50 and over. Watch, I'm gonna email her and shit. Watch.
So Anissa, if I can ask you a question, so you're saying that older women 40 and up, you have these advantages, but I seldom hear in these spaces for the older women talking about these advantages or how to play this. I haven't seen any content creators for women 40 and up saying y'all can win because you have this, that, and the third. Is it because men don't think that that they're buying that, or they don't believe that, or why isn't that message resonating more with men? Like, so if I'm 50, I'll be 55 this year. So I'm saying I'm 55. If the ladies at the top are the best options, then what do you guys sell? Because I'm not seeing the appeal promoted in a way that would make me say, yeah, I'd probably be better off with someone my own age. I don't see that appeal. Why do you think that is?
Well, I'll say what I was going to say on the back end. Initially, what I want to say is, I think that if it depends on where the man is. This is my perspective. If this is an older man and maybe for whatever reason he's never been married and he wants to get married later in life, never had kids, your best option is going to be someone that's younger because Grace, probably not. I'm definitely not interested in having children. However, there are a lot of men our age that, listen, I know everybody, man, that's 50, 55, 60 thinks he's going to get a 25-year-old. You all say that women are delusional. Some of you are very delusional in that way of thinking. There are a lot of men who are our age.
Can't even go 2 rounds.
And they actually prefer someone their age. They're not looking for that 25-year-old. They're not looking to start over and have a 2-month-old baby and changing diapers and all of that kind of stuff. They really are looking for that companion that they can share life with. I think the advantage that we have is I think we should come to the table with the maturity, with the communication skills. No, I'm telling the truth. We come to the table with the communication skills. You should already know how to respect and understand and how to treat a man. You should already know how to cook and how to keep a home. You should already know a lot of these things that you probably are going to have to teach that 25-year-old because she hasn't been taught that. So
And
you
you,
ought to, that
Right.
ought to be the advantage that you have. You ought to
Right.
have the advantage of being grounded spiritually. You ought to have the advantage of being grounded financially, that you can partner with the man, that you can build with him, that you can put one pot, you can come to the table and go one pot, and it's a hell of a pot when y'all put your stuff together. You ought to come with that to the table. You ought to be bringing that to the table where you look like that you're the advantage, even though someone might be younger than you. That does not necessarily mean that they're better than you.
And
Vanessa,
you
let me
But
ask
you
also
you.
mentioned
have
a lot. You mentioned a lot of things.
you also have to be able to adopt some other things as well, like she said about Becky earlier. You gotta be
Yeah.
able to suck Kansas through California
Yeah,
as
I was
well.
about to mention that
Well, you
because you
know my
mentioned you
famous
had the
saying,
whole
so that's not
laundry
a
list of
problem
stuff.
right
You
there,
didn't mention
sir.
that wasn't even
Listen,
at the top of your list.
Well,
let me
I
explain
mean,
your
I
list.
said that at the beginning. I said we're going to have to adopt some of the
Oh, that's what
things.
you meant by the Becky.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
yeah,
me
yeah.
help you out.
Okay.
Let me help
Okay.
you out,
You
man.
know,
Let me tell you something.
Becky's they don't hold out. They really don't. You
Listen,
know,
Well,
I
not
mean,
only they don't hold out, but they also have no inhibitions. Now, again, the rub on black women, especially older ones, my generation and whatnot, back in the day, black women, there were certain things y'all didn't do. Y'all
right.
even told us
I'm not doing no anal.
if y'all
Sorry.
want that, go to Becky if y'all want that.
And
So
Becky
when
said,
you say adopting the Becky, you're also saying your menu has to be expanded in terms of the options that are on the menu, and it's not just the availability, but also the flexibility in that regard. You're also
literally.
Absolutely.
let me tell y'all
Literally.
something. You know what we mess up? Let me tell you something.
I'm going to
You know what,
Jamaica.
you know, listen, you know what we mess up?
We know.
We messed up because we take too long to sell shit. This is what this should be your sales pitch. If your sales pitch can't be in one breath, it ain't about shit. This is what older women should tell guys how they better than these young girls. I can't get pregnant.
Did you hear what I said?
That's all you
Yeah.
need to know.
I tie my tools, baby.
That's the closer,
If you
baby.
want
That's
kids,
the only
we can
advantage.
help you.
Listen, that's
We
the
can
only
we
advantage
can
y'all
do
got over
whatever
them.
you want to do. You ain't got
Just
to
lean
worry
over,
about
lean
nothing.
over,
that's the
whisper in his
mindset.
ear.
Y'all weren't doing it in the 80s and the 90s, and that's where you guys are now. So you're saying a 50, 50-year-old plus woman is going to adopt 2000s.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem.
That's the thing. Like I said, sister, y'all
already
wouldn't,
passed.
y'all would put out back in the day, but y'all weren't doing that.
And the truth is, right? You say all this stuff. Whoever for the friend, right? Embrace, right? Your friend, right? But you ain't going backwards, right? You ain't gonna take no man that you see in your mind that's less than a certain stature. So you're not gonna do that anyway. So you already stuck between a rock and a hard place. So the last thing you need to be playing with is how long you keep your pussy on lock, right? You should bring him over for dinner if you really like him because you want to fuck him. It's y'all fourth date in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? After making the macaroni, you should ask him, you want some head? You know
But Rick, I do that. But the thing is I'm not jumping into that. When you lead with that, you don't even want to get to know me.
I didn't say
Damn, it's such a turnoff to me when you lead with sex.
No.
Be discreet.
Listen. I'm not even talking about that. That's like I said, that's a non-starter for you, right? So that shouldn't even be in your realm of possibility if that's a non-starter for you.
Anissa, here you go.
Anissa, she got hey, look.
She said, I'm 20 something, and men in their 40s and 50s still try to talk to me.
Milani, I have no doubt, but trust me, I am a little older than you, and I attract exactly the type of men that I want.
Yeah,
but see, but you, Anissa, you're not being
I
fair.
attract exactly
Anissa,
what I want.
you're not being fair, Anissa, because a lot of men on these panels that see you They see you and they be like, damn, I bet that thing good. You know what I'm saying? Especially since that show you said you was getting it in over the fence or something. I don't remember what the story was.
What?
But
On the
you
balcony,
remember-
on vacation.
See, the advantage that I have is I don't have any children, so you get all of me. You get all of my time. You get all of my attention. You get
all the
you get
coochie.
all of me.
Can't get
So
pregnant.
that again, that's availability.
Girl,
I'm
that
still talking
vacation-
about agility though.
Whenever you want to do it,
That
ain't no
vacation
worries
did.
over here.
That
Oh,
vacation
listen,
did. And
That's
that was
availability,
good.
though.
Shout out to
listen,
that guy that
he
took home vacation. Shout out to the guy that
he
took us
gonna
on
head
vacation.
while he ride doing the lawn. if he want to head while he on the ride mode, you okay? You good.
I'm sorry.
If he want to head while he's on a riding lawnmower, you okay? You good with that?
We got to hold on. I guess I got to hold on for
You
that
better
one.
get your earmuffs together and your seatbelt on. Hold on.
You hear what I said?
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
But it's not gonna be easy. That's what people don't understand. Like
Exactly.
it's not
Fun.
easy.
You got to be fun.
There's piss and doo-doo in the dating pool.
Oh, no,
Hey,
it's not.
y'all in it. Like I said, I ain't in
Y'all
it.
like
I
to
don't,
wade in the
I don't
water.
swim in shitty pools. So you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's I don't get what people don't. It's not supposed to be easy. Y'all, we sit up here and we're pessimists. Every single one of us here up here, we fake this optimism, but we're pessimists. That's why we're up here talking about this shit. Y'all see the world outside and you think it's supposed to work different for you. It doesn't. It doesn't. The difference maker is the choices you make. The choices you make. Man, I keep trying to tell you, the majority of people ain't on shit, and y'all know this. The majority of people is not on shit. So what are you talking about? Get the fuck out the pool if it stinks. Stop jumping in it. That means you become what you need to become to attract the man you want. And sometimes that it ain't gonna go exactly how you want it and got it made up in your head. It's not gonna go that way. But for everybody to think they're supposed to have a good man, a good woman, if that was the case, we all be 185 and cut with 10-inch dicks. It don't happen like that.
So embrace the grace. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to get to the point where you're gonna have to throw that pussy from the free throw line before halftime.
How about the 3-pointer?
No, but before halftime though, you can't wait till the
seen that
fourth quarter.
Celtics game. You seen that Celtics game?
Yeah,
3-1 going in like that.
Bring a
Yeah.
sandwich
Hey,
with
Grace,
you too while
Grace,
you're doing
hey,
it.
Grace, know
Yes,
this.
sir.
No matter when you give the guy some, you're still gonna have to go through the post clarity thing.
Either
can
way.
wait 6 months, you can wait a day, you can wait on the guy. You know, if he don't like you, it could be 3 months. He's still gonna get up and walk out. If he does, it could be one day, and he'll stay forever. So you gotta go through it.
So that's why you got to bring him a sandwich after. You know what I'm saying?
No, I bring the warm towel, sir, and wipe them off.
No, you bring him a
That
sandwich.
aftercare.
You bring him a sandwich.
But I totally
That's
agree,
after the
like,
second round.
After, I mean, but if they
lose
coming out,
energy.
if they coming out their mouth foul talking about pussy, fuck, that's just immature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Again, like I said, if you, I would assume, but I might be wrong, shit, because y'all know what assuming do, right? I assume that when a lady allows you into her space, especially in a romantic sense, that she is attracted to you. Right. So that's why I'm asking you to keep asking the question, right? Why do women continue to deal with men they're not attracted to? Right. It's weird to me. You deal with a woman that a man that you're not attracted to, that you don't respect, that you don't honor, and then wonder why you get the results you get.
Let that sink in.
I mean, I hear you, but that's not habitual for me. But I hear you.
Grace, I gotta ask you a question, though. I gotta ask you one more question.
Go ahead.
He directly said he want that pussy. Did he directly say it, or was he like walking around it?
He was the first couple conversations that we had on the phone, walking around with it, and then when he saw that I didn't bite, he finally went out. So what's up? When we gonna do this? Maybe because I'm old school. I know every men want to fuck. I want to fuck, but it's how the approach. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I went on one date where the guy brought me roses, chocolate covered strawberries, a whole chocolate cake.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I'm saying? He got it. Not that night, but he got it in a couple weeks.
So, hey,
Don't come at me.
embrace.
No, this
That's the
It's the approach.
Right.
Damn.
So can't,
Embrace. Can I ask you another question? Can I ask you another question?
Around it. I thought he was dancing around it. If he's not dancing around it and he just immediately just
He just out
It's
the
a
gate like, nah.
it's a turnoff to me. Get my mind.
Wait.
first.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. I'm sorry, guys. Do you want to fuck
I'm
this dude?
confused.
I understand. Me too.
That's all that is.
Do you want to fuck the dude?
Hell
No.
yeah, she do.
She don't.
I mean,
Exactly.
come on now.
Ah, see, you
Yes or
you
no?
hesitated. That was it.
I'm done.
You looking for the so you looking for the best you can
my
get.
type. You're right. My
So
best
so
friend
so again,
said,
why
Chris,
so
you
you
ain't
waste your
fucking
time
because
and
you're
his.
not attracted
So
to
why
him.
was you entertaining him?
Yeah.
I stopped. I stopped. You know.
Did you at least give him some head? Did you give him some head?
No.
Did you get at least some dinner out the man? Something.
Yes, of course. Come
That's
on.
the reason. Look at this.
See?
Oh, so he got the ham.
That's what I'm talking about right there. You know, that's what I'm See, we didn't already counted it.
But embrace. Can I ask you? Can I ask you a
Of
question?
course. Ask me. We got our peoples up here listening, audience. Of
Okay.
course.
Okay. Now, how you present to us, is that kind of how you present? Are we getting, you like? Is that how you talking like in these panels and how you present yourself here? Is that how you are with people you meet? So guys starts talking to you or whatever. Are you kind of like this, or are you softer? Is your voice softer?
I'm a little bit softer. I tone it down a little bit more.
soft? Okay.
I don't curse as much. My tone is not as loud. We'll have conversations, but Lit is trying to teach me to be that way all throughout, not just in situational.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that it could be that, and again, I only know you from how you communicate here, so I don't. Maybe the fact you may come off maybe a little aggressive. I think sometimes a guy may get the impression that you might be one of those women who I can just go and just be that direct with. You sometimes you carry yourself sometimes with that kind of energy, and maybe that's why they feel the boldness to come with that. Maybe they don't see that softer femininity that would, you would hope would temper their language. If you come out a nice woman and some guy just saying, I just want to just have sex with you or whatever. Do you think that you might be giving off something in how you communicate that gives a guy a vibe that, okay, well, she just, she's more.
I would say 50-50. Yes, okay. I would say 50-50. Absolutely.
You know what? I don't see nobody coming to Anissa talking like that at all. And so you can't come to her like that. You know why?
I mean, that would be.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
You got to adjust your time before you go talk to that crazy fool.
Man,
well, I've only been having this issue here in Georgia.
If I meet Anissa, I'm wearing this. If I met Anissa for the first time, I might be wearing like a suit or a jacket.
Put blaze on man.
Exactly. She just has this.
Bring a ball of wine.
But when I see you again, you're very cool. You're very. But like I said, me and you, we're gonna be talking about the Yankees. We're gonna be talking about sports. We're gonna be talking about, So it's almost like you just one of the guys to an extent.
Yeah.
No disrespect at all.
I know that's been my role a lot.
Right. So I'm just saying, with that kind of energy, maybe I think guys feel a little bolder in coming at you that way. And this, I was like, man, I'm just looking at her background. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm meeting this first time. I'm gonna put a little cologne on. I'm gonna put that blazer on. The button shirt. I'm gonna present myself based on what I'm seeing, and maybe that.
And try to find another word for pussy instead of saying it directly.
Call it potpourri or something. Damn.
No. Why? No. What is y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? No. You don't have to find a way to ask for pussy. What is y'all talking about? We'll find another way to ask for pussy. No, you want to fuck me. You just want to make sure I fit the criteria. You don't like dude. You using this dude as a negative example when you don't even fuck with him like that. This is a false dichotomy. You don't like him. Whatever example you using, the dude that got you flowers and met your criteria got some pussy. Ain't that what you said?
Couple weeks.
because he was a gentleman about it. He was graceful with it.
But you
That
like
shit
him.
over with.
You
Just
like
tell him
him.
No, yeah. Again,
No, I thought she said a couple weeks.
So
Yeah.
again, listen to what I'm saying. Hold on, people. Right? Why do you have this example?
What do you mean? Why do I have this example?
Listen to the question. You presented this example to us as the dude who asked you, I just want to fuck. Why do you have this example?
And I don't get the question. Why do I have this? Because that's what happened.
Stop. No,
the example I gave you this example to show you that I'm willing to go there, but it's how you take me there.
I'm not gonna let you do it. Why do you have this example? It's so simple, it's difficult. It's gonna make your head hurt when it come out because you entertained it. Because you entertained it. What was it about this dude that he even got the time of day to say, hey, when we fucking? What did you just shrug? What?
It had to be the cheddar biscuits, but go ahead.
You see what I'm saying? All this shit starts with choices, and this is what y'all don't get. It all starts with choices, and you make the choice to put yourself in this shit and then complain about it. Don't complain about it. However that man reached you, whether it was Instagram, TikTok, your mama gave him your number at church, when he called or whatever the fuck happened, you picked up the phone and you entertained this nigga. Right?
Yeah, but I didn't know he was going to come at me like that. That was like, God damn. I mean, he's
that's beside the point, though, Grace. You still entertain him.
Not after he presented himself like that to me. He got blocked. I didn't deal with him anymore.
So
basically, you just wanted to get something to eat. Is that the end of the day?
I wanted to get to know him. I wanted to see if we can click.
Y'all went out on a date, right? Y'all went on a date.
No,
right?
we never even went out. Not with this one. We never even went out.
I thought you said hold on. I thought y'all got a meal. I thought you got a meal out of him.
No, this is the guy with the flowers and the cake and the strawberries and stuff.
Right.
That's a different guy.
Okay.
That's a different guy.
So if he show up,
the question still stands. The question still stands.
Go ahead.
What's the question? Why do I use that as an example?
Why you ain't get a man that gave you cake, no cake? That's what we want to know.
No, I'm telling you, that's the one that got it.
I knew it. Yeah, she said 2 weeks. Yeah,
The one that brought the flowers and the cake in was graceful. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that got it. But the one that got the Timberlands on and slammed the door down and be like,
how
what
much?
So why you ain't stay with the dude with the cake?
So yeah.
So how
He
much?
thought
How
I was
much?
too ghetto.
Wait,
He broke up with me.
Right.
So see, I'm saying, so you're in this quandary. You want that
I mean, I'm gonna keep it
guy.
real with y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and we appreciate it. But I'm saying you want that guy who's going to be the virtuous guy, and but again, he wants things too.
He was 63 years old. Come on
geez.
now. He had me home by 10:30. He picked me up at 8, and I was home by 10:30 already.
I hope to still be doing it at 63. Be honest with you,
So Grace, hold up, baby. Grace, that's your pool. That's your pool right there.
63.
That's your pool.
63-year-old old men that go home and watch Golden Girls.
No, I can't do that.
Watching MASH.
So you want, yeah.
Back again.
Can I get in real quick?
Go ahead, take it.
Me and Grace are just alike, y'all.
What?
Me and Grace is alike. We just alike. We talk just alike. We act.
It's a little bit different. Like Embrace is like, again, no disrespect. I like you a lot. You like one of the homies. You know what I mean? Like I said, we don't Take Heed. I see a bit more of that. Again, you're not gonna come at Take Heed talking that kind of language either. So I think Anissa and Take Heed are more like than Embrace with any one of them. I just think there's a way you carry yourself that is not going to attract a lot of different men to you like that. At least correct if I'm wrong, guys. You can correct me on it, but
The only difference. Listen, the only difference between take heed. The only difference between take heed and embrace the grace is obedience.
Did you hear what I said?
That's it. That's the only difference.
Okay.
That's it. Go ahead, take heed. I just had to
Wait, so you don't think I have the capabilities of being obedient and submissive?
No, because I told you to be.
I was a
soft.
wife
You
for
didn't
12
listen.
years.
No, listen, you still talking over me. I told you to be quiet. That's your problem.
I didn't hear you say be quiet,
That's
sir.
because you was busy talking. Now be quiet. You heard me now. That's the difference.
Wait a minute.
Obedience, like I said earlier, that's the difference.
I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Yeah, hold on.
Keep it 1,000, brother.
I like I said, all y'all the same. All y'all the same. I don't care what nobody say. We sit up here, we had these conversations. Now I know by the way y'all talk that all y'all had the same processing. Y'all just go about y'all shit differently. That's all it is.
Well, look, first impression. I mean yeah.
That's all it is, right? And some of y'all value a man higher than others, right? That's all it is. But when I listen to all y'all talk, right, especially when y'all being honest, and I appreciate it, right? I appreciate it, right? Because y'all say confirmation bias. All y'all do is confirm my biases, right? But all y'all think the same. I don't get these arguments where men say, okay, I want her to love me broke. Don't no woman want no broke nigga. She wants you around to fuck, yeah, but she wants you around for something too.
Yep.
You got to be useful as a man.
Yep.
Right? We understand that. It's just that y'all understand that that's going to cost y'all something, where the modern woman believes it should cost them nothing. That's the only difference, but all of y'all think the same. Right? Somewhere along the line, y'all got the lessons and figured out, hey, I love my man, right? And more than likely, it was a man that changed your perception for you. Is that fair to say?
Well, I've always valued and respected men. That's never been an issue for me.
I'm not always. It was in my 20s that I was like, I couldn't keep a man. And I have met some great men in my time, but I couldn't keep them. And I was like, why is this happening? And when I and y'all gonna be a little bit mad, but guess when I found out something was wrong?
When?
Tyler Perry had a show in Newark. Mm-hmm. Tyler Perry had a show in Newark. Mm-hmm. Medea go to jail. So I was up in the show with a cousin of mine who passed away, and had got these 2 hot tickets, $71 each. And he was in Medea dress, and he broke character, and he said just like this, ladies, do you want to know why? He talked in his voice, came out of Medea. He said, ladies, do you want to know why you keep running into the same type of men? And all the ladies said, yes, we want to know why. He said, because there's something in you that needs to change. And I went home and I ate that in my soul, and I cried, because I remember a brother I was dating for a long time. This brother said to me, you are kind, you are caring, but your mouth is your problem. That's what he said to me. And I was so angry. I remember slamming the door, and I said I never wanted to see him again. And then a couple years later, I met my king, all because I had a little trouble at the laundromat. And because he was acting like he couldn't put his clothes in properly, I walked over there to him and said, baby, that's not how you put your clothes in the wash machine. Just some kind words.
Excuse me.
Led me to find my king. Just some kind words. Now he didn't know I had a mouth until we started dating. Then he was like, you know what? You nice. You kind of heard the same words that this other man told me years before. Heard the same words, but I was already working on myself at the time. I heard these same words, and he said to me, I thought he was going to say we done, you know? But he said to me, I'm going to critique your mouth. You won't talk to me like you crazy. And I looked at him.
I snapped my neck. He said, "You can snap your neck all you want, but you my wife. You belong to me. You're going to be my wife. So you won't talk to me like you crazy." And I'm gonna share something with you. My husband is not a big man. He is not a tall man. But in my mind, this man sits as a giant in my mind. Because he's the only man that can critique me. And I will close my motherfucking mouth.
Clipped!
So, there's a difference. There's a difference. But I still say me and Grace is like the same. And I still was able, I got blessed to have a king. I still say we the same. I don't know. That's just my take on it.
You can be.
I mean, what it's going to take? It's going to take JT. I mean, somebody to come in.
It's going to take some obedience. That's what it's going to take.
Somebody. It's going to take Jesus. Jesus going to have to come down. Jesus.
Right, some obedience. You know
Did you
what
hear what I
said? That's all I'm saying. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all scared to say obedience.
So I'm
I don't have a problem with being obedient and submissive, especially to my man. I don't have a problem
with obedient all the time. That way you don't be out of practice.
So she
Then we used to talk about that conditional femininity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly.
So what,
Talk your talk,
BMU?
Mr.
I'm
Bennett.
surprised you missed this. What Milani said in the chat.
What she say? What?
She said, "Thank God I'm still a virgin."
Whoa! Melania ain't gave that cookie. She put that cookie on the table.
Yeah, she put that right in.
Feel the power.
Oh my! Look how beautiful that girl is, and she held that thing together. Good God Almighty! Praise the
Yeah,
Lord.
somebody said you trolling. She says, "No, I'm not." She said, "No, I'm not." Well, so I don't know if that's-
Note to self: do not ask no more questions to the crew, because
now we were very loving to you tonight.
Melania shouldn't have a problem there.
Let me tell you something.
No,
I think it's a Georgia thing, because I didn't have this problem in Florida. You know, I think it's the men in Georgia.
And Matt, well, shit, ain't too many more men in Georgia.
Exactly.
Grace, let me explain something to you.
I'm sucking dick. Listen,
Grace, let me explain something.
Melania,
Meet your competition. Meet your competition, baby.
Right there.
Right there.
To me, I don't look at it as her competition because I know she got it. She got it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
I know she got it. So I'm gonna step aside and let her get it. I don't get mad.
They rolling them off the showroom floor.
Man, just imagine Melania. A man marries this woman. He's the only one that touched her. The only one that been with just.
I recognize Milani. I give her the respect. She got it. I've been there, done that already. I don't hate, and I'm not bitter about it.
Shit.
Nobody said about being bitter now.
Be careful.
But see, I don't see it. But I don't see her as competition, though. I mean, especially if she's a lot younger. Again, you just just play in your. Now again,
in my arena.
63 might be a little bit out of the ballpark. I don't know if you necessarily need to be swimming in those lanes, but
but you know what the point is? We didn't put that up there so we could tell Grace that's competition. We put that up there for all the fellas out there to say, yeah, there's still some left.
Right.
Man.
Right.
That's why that was up there.
Right.
And then she said the dudes that be trying to talk.
Thank you, Arpain.
55, 60.
I love that too.
Look at Arpain with his cape off.
Y'all ain't shit, okay?
Keep hope alive.
Arpain, keep that fucking cape on. Every time we get him out of it, that motherfucker
puts it right back on.
Oh, God damn it.
Look up at the sky.
Listen,
You like this nigga right here. You can like this nigga.
Hey, we're going to get y'all matching outfits so y'all can be Batman and Robin.
Grace, I still believe that we are the same because I'm going to share something with you, Grace. I don't have femininity. I don't. I kid you not. I don't.
Take heed. That's a lie. Take heed. That's a lie.
I'm not lying.
You know how take heed. What I tell you, take heed.
I use.
Take heed. If you tomorrow, if you say I'm not, just hypothetically speaking now, King, I know you watching, so this hypothetical. If Take Heed got on tomorrow on Instagram and say, guys, after several months and holding it a secret, my husband and I have decided to part ways. He's moved back to his home origin, and I'm going to stay here in Jersey. Your DM's going to look like the Declaration of Independence. Them niggas are coming. I'm trying to tell you right now. Shit. Okay. They're going to be blowing you up, Take Heed. I'm telling you.
I'm only saying that, Grace, because we are right in so many ways. I don't believe that. I think somebody is there. You just gotta put it in turbo speed, baby. Somebody is there. You just gotta put it in turbo.
Oh yeah, there's somebody there.
Because you listen. I saw your picture, Grace. You is dragging a wagon, honey. I saw your picture. Okay,
she got that
I can see why men want to touch on you, child. I'm telling you right now.
I've never. That's not the issue. The issue is quality. I get quantity. DMs get filled every day. I want a quality man.
But
you
that's
know.
why I'm telling you to put it in turbo speed, baby. Don't put it in turbo speed. I'm not saying go open up your legs and swing from the chandelier. I'm saying put it in turbo speed of finding out about this man. Put it in turbo speed to ask questions. And somebody who's still walking around with Timbs and baggy pants, that's not the man you need to be talking to.
No. I was going to ask you, Grace, where do you hang out? Like, where do you?
I don't. I work too much. So I usually meet people at my other job or online.
Because you gotta change that too.
Need a library or something. Come on now, coffee
shop. Get you something to drink or something.
Yeah, get you a Powerade or something.
You gotta change that too.
Put on that freaking dress and go get you one of them lemonades down there.
I'm looking at you different now.
Maybe you in the wrong
looking at this different.
I need to go back to Florida. That's my thing. In Florida, I was good. I miss Florida. Georgia is not for me.
What's good? Yeah, but what's good? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's good about? I mean, good is going to be the outcome, right? So,
well, Florida, you have more options. You got Caribbean men. You got the sun, the beach. You just, it's a whole different vibe. Here in Georgia, it's freaking woods. It's always dark. It's gloomy.
Here from New York and Cali and the North, coming to Florida to retire.
Just think again. You can have all those options out there, but what's good is ultimately going to be what gets you a result. So if you think the pool is selection is better there, then that might be an option. But sometimes having too many choices can be a problem.
Let me help you out, Grace. Kevin used to charge people $1,000 for consultations. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you be my first customer. Okay. I'm gonna keep charging you $1,000 a week until you come to your senses and you actually start listening. So it's gonna cost you to be disobedient. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost you. Think about it.
Did you hear what I said?
How bad do you want it? You see what I'm saying? You going to pay for it? You going to pay for what you want to? Think about it. You're trying to get from one place to another, but you don't know the information, right? You're going to need to find somebody who's got the information that's going to take you from one place to the next. Now, my thing is this. I can tell you what to do for free. You be obedient and you do it and you on your way. Or you could pay me for my time and be disobedient and take as long as you want until you broke. How you want to do this?
I'm going to be obedient and listen.
All right, then. We'll do what I tell you to do now.
The Bible says obedience
is better than sacrifice.
But I don't see where I have a problem being. Where do you see that I have a problem being disobedient?
Because you're resisting. I know what an obedient woman looks like. You're resisting. I told you last time, I said, be more gentle. Be soft. You know what I'm saying? I told you that. And you still being disobedient. You want to turn it on and turn it off when you get ready. Right? I told you need to be soft all the time so you can get used to it.
I need to be consistent with it, right?
Yes. Don't y'all want consistency from us? Right? Don't y'all want them lights and bills and stuff paid and your nails and stuff done? Right? Don't y'all want to go on vacation on a consistent basis? Well, guess what? We need cooperation on a consistent basis.
Now embrace the grace. Why are you thinking about that? Let me read these super chats, okay? Shadow 199 super chat says, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, sir. S2 reacts $5 super chat says, if the power goes out, she'll be singing a different tune. All right. Gregory Scotland, 499 Super Chat says, remember the ABW is God in the black community. Even black men avoid heavy critique of them. So-called pro-black ebony with the white man. Stan Autry, 499 BMU, you need to get your minister license back. Performing exorcism, fam. Respect. Boy, you stupid. Big Aunt Anissa ain't drinking wine tonight. No, she drinking that special Kool-Aid that makes you tell the truth tonight. I know that's right. I'm telling you, I look at her different tonight. Big Aunt $10, another $10 super chat says, hold on, take heed. I walk around in bag of jeans and Timberlands. So what you saying?
Might be a pookie.
That's it, y'all. Thank y'all so much for that super chat. I'm gonna give y'all something. We can give y'all nothing tonight, man. I'm gonna give y'all. Oh, listen, women out there, listen. If you don't hurry up and suit what you said, take heed. You got to speed it up.
You hurry up and buy now.
Hurry up and buy.
You hurry up, you buy now. Yeah.
If you don't
hurry up and buy.
In 10 years, you'll be like this.
Call me Bucky, niggas lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing. How a nigga rapping conscious but he ignorant? How he from the hood but still gon' go legitimate? How he fuck a bunch of bitches but they still respect the women? He still rolling in Sonata, he just got the windows tinted. Homie stabbed me in the back and that can never be forgiven. In my prime been.
All right. Lord have mercy.
We gotta give him something better than that, man.
What you want?
We need an eye cleanser.
You want moss?
Yeah, man. Run moss, man. We need an eye cleanser.
Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, then nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, my heart belongs to you.
My God.
Thank you.
Embrace the grace, boy. You go find that boy there. You done. You good. You hear what he said? Whatever you want. But then guess what, Embrace? Right after the first date, you can have him in there like this. All right.
First date.
Oh God! I ain't telling y'all shit no more. No más. No te voy a decir nada más.
For Grace, you had him like this. I didn't.
King Sean Gun Barrington living all off. The homies are living. Tell him something.
That shit to me.
Grace, we love you.
Yes, I
We love
know.
you.
I know. I'm just asking questions.
We're gonna find you the man that's gonna put your ankles by your ears.
Oh my God.
And take away all your fears after a couple of beers. Cheers.
Damn. I mean, I was in a relationship. We broke up 3 months ago, so now it's after
Sorry
3
to
months, now it's time to pick up again.
The question is, hold on a second, because I think we should do this right. All right, Law and Order only has one person in the room. Listen. So the question is, do you have anyone you're interested in at the moment?
I have somebody in mind.
Oh, you do? Okay. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian.
I only date black men.
So okay, so you like the chocolate bar. With
Dark
nuts
skin.
out.
With.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting next to you, because why is you looking like that?
It's
looking to the camera.
I mean,
I'm looking at the chat.
No, don't look at the chat.
Trust
Look
me,
at the camera.
if he was here right now, I would not be here with y'all.
Listen.
Oh, there you go, right there. Hey, there you go.
I got my drink in my tooth.
Oh my God.
Let's see that swoon. Let's see that swoon.
That swoon.
Yeah, she's got swooning over there.
Can y'all stop?
She turning rosy red like Santa Claus. Look at her.
The sight of that video, she blushing hard.
Look at them cheeks.
Oh, we playing
I hate y'all.
Is
Rosy
BMU
cheeks.
doing it? BMU doing it?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Embrace the Grace got to get evicted from Georgia. I'm looking at the chats. That's why I turned my head.
Okay. They ain't saying nothing. they doing what
Trust
they
me.
do. Leave the
Trust
channel alone.
me.
You know what I think? I think that when you get off tonight, you get offline tonight.
Here we go.
And call that man and tell him, I'm ready.
Oh, I like that.
But isn't that masculine? Isn't that too aggressive?
No.
See, y'all got me confused.
No, so way to say it. Just call and be like,
Depends
hey,
on how
man,
you
go
say
ahead,
it,
Peggy.
though.
Yeah, there you go.
Depends on how you say it.
How you say it. Don't call and say I'm ready, nigga.
When you want your husband to lay you down, right? You don't say it rude. You say, Daddy, I need that. You know, you say that's what you. That's how you
Run that back again.
Yo, clip that.
Run that back again.
That's what you say. That's what you say. So now he look at you. And he say, I can help you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
See, but I do it in take heed. I do it in Spanish. I'd be like, papi.
No, that's too loud.
Oh,
how is that? How is that?
You gotta no. You gotta whisper in his ear. You gotta say,
come on, Grace.
You gotta say,
Boss man says, started with Daddy, damn it.
Yeah, go ahead. Whisper it in, Brace. Go ahead.
you looking in the damn chat.
I'm looking at the fucking chat. Whisper that shit. Go ahead.
Come give me some daddy.
Oh, Spanish, goddammit.
I thought you said Spanish. Yeah.
Oh, papi chulo, dame un ching.
Say, I want that dick now. Say it.
Stop! No. So you can clip me? Hell no. Give me. So you can clip me, and I go on my timeline and look at you. Look at him.
Through the Fire podcast.
So Embrace, I know you said your background, you're Dominican and Italian. So do you feel, is there an affinity that you find yourself more with? Do you feel some more Dominican or on the Italian side? And when it comes to that, do you see Italian women and Latin women different in terms of how they approach that?
Well, Latin women are a little bit more aggressive than Italian women, because my Italian aunties, they were very more graceful, softer, and my Dominican side, and we were loud and we were aggressive, and so it's just like a mix of both.
Hey, well, you see what Clement said. Clement said, damn, Grace, where you at? I'm on my way. Well, with that loud ass, trash ass microphone you got, she can hear you. Shit, just start talking.
He talking about I'm gonna have to take my hat off though. I'm not.
Yeah, that kind of get in the way.
He'll make me change teams. Yeah, this is the first time you guys see me with a hat on. The only reason I wore it because we had to win to beat the Baltimore Orioles, and we did. So
somebody gonna beat somebody. They gonna be on baseball team though.
See, you should, Grace. You should be taking advantage of this baseball cap on your head. You know what I'm saying? You should be whispering to your man, "Take me out to the ball game."
I'm done.
Me out to the crowd.
What's your fees and what?
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Oh yes. I don't care if you never come back. Let's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Yeah, because it's what?
Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old game. See, that's how you should do it. Learn to use what you got, Grace.
Plus, again, certainly a guy likes at certain times a guy likes a woman who can, again, we can watch the game together. Now, take heed, you don't strike me as a sports person, like watching the game, ball strikes, all that, or you don't seem like a sports. At least I don't get that vibe from you that you're a sports person. Grace got that energy. So again, that's another advantage. Now, again, you might may not want to lead with it, but it's nice to have when you're on the couch or whatever, the game's going on, and we don't have to explain the game to you and whatnot. And you can be all in it and especially we got the same sports team.
I probably watch ESPN more than the guy and know what's going on. I got alerts. I got teams.
That's fine.
You know, I got it bad.
I would rather my wife watch ESPN than reality TV with the Real Housewives or whatever. So yeah, give me all the sports stats and whatnot. That's you know, in fact, you could even come out with the, you know, she wears the jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Talk
with nothing
to her,
on,
Mr. Bennett.
with nothing
At
underneath
halftime?
it.
That's
At
right.
Yeah,
halftime.
with nothing underneath. You just come
See,
down in
I've
that
done,
jersey or whatever.
I've done that before.
Touchdown.
I've done that before at halftime, especially when
You
the
can do
team
that
is
and
losing.
talk about the games. Oh, we love you then.
I'll make some lemon pepper wings, buffalo style wings, and fat people fries. That's what I make for the game.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, another strike. You be like, yeah, on commercial, you strike this puss.
What you do? Like, you want another bill?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is BMU Black Man Unfiltered After Hours.
Be like, baby, I'm finna get you another beer. I'll be right back, and then you bend over, and then you
Bend
put
over
it
and
on the
grab it.
table. You know what I'm saying?
Let that ass spray it over like that.
I've done all of that. Been there, done that, ladies and
It's not
gentlemen.
a question.
Boys and
It's
girls.
not. But see, that's not the issue of that you've been there and done it. We got to get you back in the. You got to get back into the game. Right? So you got to get on a team first, right? Right now, you're like a free agent. You're like the, you know, you're looking, you know, to get back on a roster. Once you're on a roster, then you're good. But you're not on a roster yet. So keep all those skills in handy. But you know what Loss is trying to get you to is to get you on a roster. Then all of those attributes and whatnot. Then that's when you know. And I think you have enough wisdom there. You've had the experience before. I'm sure you learned your lessons from your first marriage and whatnot. So again, that you have value there. It's just getting you on a roster, getting you to the place where you need to be. So I agree that, you know, listen to the brother. He's trying to give you some gems here. So I appreciate it.
Sometimes you got to polish up your attributes from time to time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Your skills are nothing. I mean, you know, going to a job interview, your skills aren't nothing unless you don't get those rounds of interview, you know? And like I said, nowadays, it used to be one interview. Look, you got, you know, you either in or out. Now that you go through rounds. And you can get to that last round. It's like, man, I thought I was in. And isn't that how dating is like now? Like, yeah, you were riding with a guy. Everything was good. And then what happened at the end? You know what I mean? So so we got to get you through that process. But once you're once you're in, then yeah, I'm sure they'll see your worth, and I think you do have a lot to offer. Certainly once you're in that position, but you got to get there first.
I got to get there.
You got to get there.
Get there.
That is so sweet.
I hear you. I hear y'all.
Like this.
I hear you lit. Oh wait, I hear you lit. I'm gonna have to need a shot collar or something, you know, when it's too loud.
Oh jeez.
Go to Amazon and get you a decibel meter, okay? And you set it for -20. And if you go over -20, you know you're being too loud. You know, sometimes you got to train yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to train yourself.
That's so funny, man.
All right, man. Well, hey, I think we did the job. I think we did the work tonight.
Yeah, y'all worked me out.
Oh wow.
This was good. This is first. I learned a lot more. I think I really appreciate learning a little bit more about you and kind of what your goals are and whatnot. And I think you know. So now I'm a little bit more clear. I kind of suspected some of that. That's why I was asking some of the questions of you on that. But nah, I think if you go back and watch this or whatever, I think you'll get some nuggets from it for sure. But I think I think everyone's in agreement. We want you know everybody, certainly on this panel at least, to be in a good, healthy relationship and whatnot. We want the best for everybody. So you come back in a couple months and say, hey, you know, I got my man or whatever. You know that we'd be you know holding back the tears for you. But we want the best.
That's
for you.
right.
Yes.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Then
I like that. Hey,
Oh my
girl.
God! It don't even say it's like I really have to try. You know, just like I had to work on being a damsel in distress. I used to just make up shit to feel like I needed. You know.
And go get that, and make sure you go to the store, get a banana, broomstick, cucumber, anything that get the practice in there. Go ahead.
There's nothing wrong with you acting like that. There's nothing wrong with you acting like that because I do things myself and I'll get up there and be like, honey, I need some help. Please, can you help me? and I know how to do it. I know how to do it. But I will just intentionally today, you know what happened today? We were in the kitchen, and I had wore like this summer dress. So we in the kitchen. The kids are not here. So I was going on the other side of the table, and my husband was coming from this side. He was like, "Girl, you sure look good in that summer dress." And I started laughing. I said, "You better leave me alone." He chased me from around the kitchen to the kitchen sink. Can you imagine? So that's what I'm saying to you. That it's the way how you deliver, the way how you talk, and you can act like you don't know something. It's all right you ain't gotta act like you know everything. And sometimes men like that.
Yeah, you're right. And you're
All
right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode that went a way that we just did not know it was gonna go. But we appreciate everybody for coming out. Mr. Bennett for being a great moderator of relationship advice. Take heed for coming through and just swinging the bat hard and knocking it out the park. Because we know when Take Heed say, "You know I love you," you know what's coming next. So we appreciate you. We appreciate our pain. Make our pain. You've dibbled and dabbled in that cape a lot, so make sure you go wash it tonight.
There's a super chat you missed.
Super chat.
Let's see. Through the fire, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Through the Fire podcast, run out super chat, man. Thank you so much, hello BMU family. What's going on, man? I know you at the plantation, so but we appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. But I did want to say, thank you guys. Lost in Translation, thank you, man, for making sure that you got your perspective out. Embrace the grace. Give somebody grace, speed up the process, and don't make a mess. And in 6 months, you'll be in a bedroom with a dark chocolate man laying on his chest. You just do that. I know. Okay, I'm done.
Good night, y'all.
All right, y'all have a good night, man. We love y'all.
Right.
We'll see y'all on
Happy
tomorrow.
Juneteenth for those who celebrate. Again,
Juneteenth.
your ancestors, I understand the assignment. So, hey,
Mr. Bennett, y'all working tomorrow?
Nah, I got a day off. So my wife and I are gonna, spend the day, do some things, and just hang out.
Okay, y'all doing the sports show tomorrow?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I got to Celtics 18-time world champions. So that's gonna be
Congratulations.
Headline the show. So absolutely. Then we got to talk about Tank Davis. Beat a guy like he stole his money from him. You know what I'm saying? So we talk about boxing tomorrow night. And rest in power to the great Say Hey Kid Willie Mays, passed today, 93 years old. Wow. And so again, we lost another great one, and certainly a trailblazer in Major League Baseball. So a lot of that stuff's going to be covered tomorrow. Looking forward to the show, and so tune in tomorrow night for the one-on-one sports show here on the BMU network.
And JT will be on tomorrow night at 8:30 Central Standard Time. JT will be doing a show tomorrow night at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Y'all know him? JT, bald black guy, chocolate with glasses.
We call him Liquid Thunder from time to time.
Liquid Thunder, Hershey's with nuts.
Man.
Yeah.
Can we move it along?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted us to move along. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We'll see y'all later. And peace out.